following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from the Shadow Valley, Episode 2, Season 2, Episode 5, Eel's End. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the Bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here.
Ash as Queen Danny.
Hey peasants. Hi everybody.
Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
Greetings one and all, and welcome.
And Abe as Sir Demirius, Sarenrae's Grief.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. As always, I'm Lumpy Bronzarm, and I'll be your DM for today. Last time, Luxatumbra awoke at the greenhouse, headquarters of the gardeners of Corvosa, debating the finer points of bacon versus fakin over a tall stack of butterjacks. Demirius and Lumpy decided to have a sparring match. Pitting the champion of Sarenrae against the champion of Abadar, many lessons were learned and a mutual respect blossomed. Their wounds healed by Jophiel's oracle magics, our motley crew of adventurers began to get ready to meet the queen. Luxatumbra was led to the magnificent and imposing Castle Corvosa, built upon an ancient Shoanti pyramid. Through the winding corridors they trekked until they ended in the cold and austere throne room of Queen Cressida Croft. A warning of the conjunction was offered to the Corvosan queen, and the long-withered diplomatic ties were rekindled. After their meeting with Cressida, Luxatumbra decided to have one last hurrah before setting out into the hold of Belkzen in search of Danny's lost sibling. At the north end of town lies Eel's End, a series of boats lashed together to form a legal, regulated, and most importantly, taxed riverboat casino. Taking in their unfamiliar surroundings, and after a few drinks, everyone anteed up to some games of chance, the group decided to buy their way into the VIP area and sat down with the high rollers. Their coin purses noticeably lighter, and wanting a little more excitement, Zavid decided to partake in a game of Knivesies, a blood sport and staple of Corvosan gambling dens. Using his flexible body and cunning mind, Zavid stood victorious with not a drop of blood spilled. Before they could leave, the security guard, Smitty LaBeouf, stood in their way. That's where we're coming in today. All of you are standing here on the boat in the VIP section here. And I believe you were heading back down to the main area, but you can see the large black and white striped minotaur who was standing guard at one of the doors earlier. Zavid, you'd had a short conversation with him. He has one broken horn. He's standing cross-armed, but not looking in any way aggressive, but just that seems to be his natural state. Crossed arms, standing in front of you at the top of the stairs.
Hey there. The boss wants to see you.
Are we in trouble?
No. He just heard about the match and wanted to talk to the guy what beat his champion.
Sounds like we're in trouble. All right, let's do it.
What did you do, Zavid?
I just won. I'm just good.
Oh no, all of you are welcome to come.
I must said.
Mm-hmm.
So
What did But we didn't do anything.
And I think this was mentioned last time, but I'm going to bring it up just a quick point. Zavid, you notice a small weight plunk into your pocket.
Take a look. I see it's the holy symbol of, what's her name?
Nevi Rombodazzle. Yes, you see it's a silver coin that has a symbol of a D6, but with 7 pips on one side.
And then, again, Zavid's just like,
I'll take what I can get, I guess. This is not what I necessarily wanted, but fine.
Yes, you received a boon from the goddess of chance for what you did in the Knivesies match against Rex. So,
you know what you did.
Smitty is walking you all across the floor. There's more people than I have placed on here. There's many people all across at the card tables. There's servers coming and going. He brings you up to the far door over here.
she's blocking my path.
He brings you over here And he opens up the door for all of you, and he holds it for you, and it opens up into a longer hallway.
Ooh.
So then he comes up to this door, and he says,
just, be on your best behavior, I suppose. Always a good choice when you're meeting the owner of a casino.
he opens the door, and inside here you see a room. It's a bit of a chamber. There's a desk on it. There's a couple of chairs.
God.
There's a man sitting behind it, who is a human man with bluish gray hair. He's wearing a very nice suit, black gloves, black shoes. He has a blue and black necktie. He looks very expensive. And he motions you all in. And Smitty walks in. He stands to the side over here and holds the door open for all of you.
I'm
I
gonna
immediately look for a fishing line because he looks like he's about ready to like kill someone behind the building, you know?
I'm going to like message Zavid real quick in his mind so he hears. I read this book. It was about this guy, like this agent who would like save like a bunch of people, and they like called him 004. And this reminds me of like one of his villains.
Thank you. I messaged back. Thank you for that enlightening
Everything is book
perspective.
references.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are not secret agents. We are just people. So hopefully, we don't make him a villain for us. And I will take a seat here.
Okay. Everyone who is and is not walking into this specific room.
I'm walking in.
Okay. Everybody. Give me perception checks in the tower.
Cool.
Reception in the tower. Impossible.
First,
Let's see.
let me find my tower.
Also, let me find my skill sheet. Here we go. Perception.
The only one who doesn't notice this is Danny, actually. The rest of the three of you, Khan, Demirius, and Zavid, you all notice that you see on the map there's those things that kind of look like bookshelves that are lining the sides of the room on the north and south, or on the east and west. They are bookshelves, but they're not covered in books. They are covered in small glass orbs. Oddly, you've seen Danny using them before to talk to Bruce, and I believe Zavid has one that was given to you by Pembroke Wessel. It's a rocky talkie, or a sending stone. There's dozens of them lining all of these shelves, and each what are you you mad about Rocky Talkie?
You said Rocky Talkie?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a stone. It's like a crystal orb that you can use to cast sending to a specific
All right,
person.
yeah, that
it's
makes
a-
sense.
It's a rock,
It tracks. It checks out.
It's the best way I can think to describe it. It's a Rocky Talkie.
It's
But,
up to
God.
par.
That's fine.
Acceptable, but just barely.
just this once.
We won't
So-
kick him this time.
There's dozens of them on these shelves, and each one, as you're kind of looking around, you can see it's a live feed of different angles around Eel's End. You can see the bar, you see the VIP area, you see the card tables, you see the upper decks, you can see all the security areas. This is clearly an area where this man has an eye on everything that goes on here. He he motions you, and you all sit down, and he looks to all of you, and he says, "I'm very pleased to have someone as talented as you come into my establishment. I am very pleased to see the amount of business that you've brought to me. And you have my congratulations. Please pour yourself a drink." And he points to, you know how in every movie where there's a CEO, there's like a tiny little bar with like 4 bottles of brown liquor and like 2 glasses and a bucket of ice? He has one of those in the corner, and he motions for you to make yourself a drink from his choice, or from his
All right,
bottles.
I'll do that. Be like, truth be told, I am not familiar with Knivesies. This was my first time playing, but the rules seemed simple enough, and I have had my share of experiences as I sit back down with a drink of wriggling out of the grasp of stronger opponents.
Yes, I can see how that would be as an advantage in Knivesies, and not having any preconceived biases and notions of how the game is supposed to be played. Interesting perspective. I want you to know, a lot of people in here bet against you. You made me a lot of money this evening.
I'm glad that I could
So-
do so.
For that, you have my thanks. I would like to know if you have yourself an agent in the Knivesies world, but you say you're new.
I do not have an agent in the Knivesies world. But it seems that it is a bigger world than I could have thought of. An agent seems like a smart choice to go forward.
I think sponsorship would be beneficial for you and for anyone who could be able to back you up into the world and get you introduced. I would like to be this person. I would like to be your backing for Knivesies, if you would have me.
I would have to know more about what our responsibilities to each other would be.
You travel around to different cities, you play Knivesies wherever the dens take you. 40% of your winnings go to me, 60% go straight to you before taxation. I am the only one who pays taxes on the people that I sponsor.
Yeah, can I
And-
give this insight check, please?
Absolutely. Perception in the tower for anyone who wants to
Yeah, I would
insight.
like to.
Perception, you said?
Perception in the tower, yes. Okay. Conan Demirius, this guy seems really straightforward. He seems like a complete businessman. He's running a casino. You're aware that an establishment like this is perfectly legal within this city. Clearly, you've come under the impression that people pay their taxes here. So this is clearly a legitimate businessman who's making a business offer to someone he sees has clear skill. Zavid, he seems a little sketchy, but he does not appear to be lying to you. Danny, I would say you get the best read on this guy. You get the feeling that the majority of his legal business here is probably a front for slightly less than legal activities. Knivesies might be one of them, but you do know that at least in Corvosa, Knivesies is legal.
Okay. I'm gonna just like curtsy real quick, and I'm gonna be right back. My shoe is something, and then I leave real quick, and I'm gonna just like message David. He seems really sketchy. I don't trust him. I don't like him, and there's a good chance that you might be sleeping with I don't know, something in the ocean. You might be sleeping with something in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's offering me a new set of shoes made out of this material called cement. I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of like listening to his offer here, and I said, well, it is. It did not occur to me that this could be a sort of career path. At the moment, we have some business to take care of outside of Corvosa, and that is very pressing. However, I would like a way to keep in contact with you, if I could. I believe after our business and what we are dealing with right now is finished, I might take you up on such an offer.
I think that can be arranged. I will absolutely get you my contact information.
And he reaches down and pulls out a little card. It's got two intertwining eels in like well, you know what an Ouroboros is?
Yeah.
The snake eating a snake. It's that, but an infinity sign with two snakes. Well, eels technically, but
Eating each other's, yeah.
eating each other's tails in an infinity sign. And he hands it to you, and it says in fancy golden script, Devargo Barvasi, King of Spiders. And he hands it to you.
Religion check. I don't know
Okay.
what I need to just make one
Give me
because
society, actually.
or
Is he a
society
spider
too.
provider?
You could give me a society check for anyone who wants to check that.
Yeah. Where are the spiders of Argo?
There we go. Let's see here. Zavid Khan, again, yeah, you are just as confused as you just made it out to be. Where are the spiders, DeVargo?
Yeah.
Huh? This is flagrant
Mhm.
false advertising. But Zavid, you kind of figure out that it's probably a metaphor for all of his contacts. His web.
He's a connected
He's
individual.
a connected individual. You get the feeling it's a metaphor.
Okay. That actually could be useful to us.
Mhm.
Someone with a lot of connections could get word out really quick. I might have to play Knivesies for him, but like, if it means saving the world, that could be something we could talk about. I'll take that. Do I know, with my society check, do I know like a proper like farewell to someone in a position of power who's being like kind? Like, is there like a certain decorum I need to?
Supplication.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
the feeling this man responds to respect.
I put the coin inside jacket pocket and I say, "Thank you for accepting us into your wonderful establishment and bringing us here into your office for a private chat. We are very fortunate to have met you, and this is not the last that you'll save me. That is for sure." And I give him a deep bow.
I'm certain that we will speak again. And he nods, and then he looks over to Smitty, and he nods at Smitty. Smitty steps in front of the door.
Uh-oh.
And he looks down and he says, "My business with you is completed, but I do have one last question for this group of people amongst you. As you can plainly see, I have eyes all around not only Eel's End, but all around this city. I've known that you were here since the moment you arrived. I know the people you have been seeing. Chief among them is the Blackjack. I know that you know him. But my question to you is, what is a high-ranking member of the Rizzolo family doing in my city?" As he looks right at Khan.
There's got to be some sort of confusion here, you see. I'm a
This is
traveling
Two-Face.
adventurer.
Traveling adventurer. Are you not the daughter of Veronique Rizzolo? Donna of the Rizzolo family?
I mean, I am, but I'm not carrying on the family business right now, you see.
So you are not now, nor have you ever been a part of the family business.
I mean, biologically, yes, I am her daughter.
So you are not here in Rizzolo family business.
No.
He stares at you for a while. He holds a long look.
I'll do the same. I'll stare right back.
Make an intimidation check in publicly.
Intimidation, you said?
Yeah, public.
All right,
Let's see
nice.
that roll.
Big money, no whammies.
That was pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Okay.
He says, "You share your mother's steely gaze. This much I respect. But there's no lie in your eyes. Make sure you dot your T's, cross your I's while you're within my city. Now, go with my respect."
And he looks at Smitty and nods, and Smitty steps out of the way again.
I'm glad to be in your good graces, and I'll bow.
Hopefully, you could stay there. But now that you have found my good graces, I have heard that you are in need of some supplies of the alchemical nature. Something particularly rare?
You might remember, or you might not remember out of character. You determined recently that you were looking for powdered gold dragon scales.
That's right.
And
that's right.
this is the guy that that Jophiel told you to talk to Aiden about coming to see. he knew you were there the whole time, so he knows that you're looking for the powdered dragon scales.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
It would save me a lot of walking around, if I happened to come into them.
Very well. You need some powdered scales? Follow me.
And he walks out here into the hallway, and Smitty follows fairly close behind the whole way, not often leaving his side. And he brings you into this next room that's just to the north. And it seems to be clearly an apothecary type room with all kinds of poultices and potions and mostly things for healing, for like if people get in a bar fight, like first aid kind of alchemy stuff. And as you walk in, you see there's this kind of bigger human guy with a hat. He looks a little skittish walking around. He looks up and he goes, "Oh, hey, boss, what you need?"
Oh my god.
DeVargo walks in. He says,
Yes, everyone, this is Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Pete, I'd like to introduce you to everyone. I want you to give them the same respect that you show to me. Now, show them your wares.
"Oh yeah, boss. Anything you say, boss." So, Sneaky Pete, he reaches down behind one of the tables here, and he pulls a lever, and kind of like in Men in Black, a couple of the tables flip over, revealing some hidden things beneath. "Got everything you need up in here. Okay, I got all night these," and he shows you there's this bag of like wafers. They look, they look kind of like communion wafers, little thin round crackers. Roll me a society, anyone who wants. It can be public or the tower. Let's go. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter on this one.
Not bad again.
Okay. Danny, you've heard of All Night, but Zvid, you absolutely know what All Night is. This is something that is given to the people in your cult, essentially, the place you were raised. They're kind of like stimulants that are pressed into wafers. They eliminate tiredness for about 8 hours at a time, but afterwards you get completely exhausted. So the people who kind of raised you would ritualistically eat these to keep them going. So you're very aware of these. It's a drug. It's drugs.
He doesn't hide it from his face. He kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, okay, all right. These are some big dealers here."
Yeah. Then the second one, he pulls out another bag, and he's got, "Well, I got this Fell Will too," which is, Khan, you know what this one is. This is a sparkling honeydew-colored powder. It induces euphoria. People usually put it in their own, food, and then they go to see concerts to make the concerts seem a little funner. You get my meaning? And then the last thing he pulls out is this jar. It's about this big. It's not very big at all. Very small glass jar. And inside there's some powder in it. And it's kind of a dullish brown powder. And he says, I got this. Your boss said you need gold dragon scales. I mean, I ain't heard that street name yet, but this is probably what you're looking for." And he hands it over, and give me a crafting check, Con. Public, please.
Can I aid?
Yes. Yeah, actually, let's Zvid go first. Aid. Anything above a 20 will give you a 1. If you hit a 30, it'll give her a +2.
And I give her guidance.
Yes, so Con, take a +2 to your crafting check.
And then I also have a thing that I want to do after.
Sure thing, no problem.
Yeah.
Plus 23.
That was pretty good.
I was just, it's pretty.
Do you have a
low
hero
for
point?
con.
Do you want to
You
hero
could
point
hero
that?
point it.
I
You
kind
have
of want
one.
to knock it out of the fucking ballpark.
Do it. Give yourself the +2 and roll it again with your hero point.
Yeah.
Statistically, you're more likely than not to get a higher score. Oh no!
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
Fuck your statistics.
You still beat the DC, just barely. What he got here, these are ground pangolin scales. They are highly expensive and extremely illegal. They're used as a drug. They're prized for their traditional medicinal properties, and they're also considered to be an extremely powerful aphrodisiac. you get the sense that they misunderstood what you were asking for. Sort of like if you went somewhere looking for something called bang, and they brought you like heroin, like
Instead of like an energy drink.
Instead of like an energy drink, there was clearly a misunderstanding. They heard gold dragon scales and thought that was some street name for pangolin.
As much as I appreciate your willingness to help me, there might have been some sort of miscommunication. When I said that I needed Clown's gold dragon scales, I didn't mean that literally.
You need the scales of a gold dragon?
Yeah.
Aren't those like the goodest things in the world?
Yeah.
All reptiles shed their skin, and sometimes scales fall off. Getting one scale from a gold dragon does not mean hurting the gold dragon. I imagine they give them up to those that they deem worthy, right?
You seem like a pacifist, friend. First you beat Rex without cutting him once, and now you're looking for a way to get a gold dragon skull without slaying a dragon.
I just tried to keep my nose out of trouble.
Smart man.
They kind of both look at you slowly. Even Smitty looks at you really slowly.
This is a upstanding businessman who pays his taxes most of all. Of course these things are legal. Come on.
In Corvosa, even drug dealers pay their taxes.
I mean, the same times they pay their taxes. So, I'd like to do a thing.
Yes. What is that?
Essentially, whatever is considered the LSD.
The Euphoria one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, what's that called? That's Fellwill. It's a sparkling honeydew-colored powder.
I'm going to go up to them. Ooh, what does this do? Exactly.
This one you put in your food or your drinks, and it just makes music sound prettier, makes colors brighter.
I'm gonna.
Makes everything a little more interesting.
How much is this one?
I don't like discussing money.
And then DeVargo...
She'll give like 5 pieces
he looks
of gold.
at them and he walks away. And he just walks back to his office.
She's gonna give him like 5 pieces of gold for it.
Well, while she's having that transaction, I wanted to like sneak over to Demiris and be like, "Hey man, these are absolutely illegal. Like these are not okay to be selling or buying." I just said that they were because I wanted him not to get mad at us.
So, yeah, here's 5 gold worths. And he gets you this tiny little baggie. It's about this big, with one itty bitty little bit of this powder inside of it. And he hands it over to you. He says, "Don't get caught."
I stick my finger and I like lick it immediately.
It tastes horrible. Like distilled and dried battery acid. Ground.
You're a queen. What are you doing?
Yeah, Danny, hold on.
And the world is ending. What?
We have like your siblings to find. Okay, would you just keep it the fuck together for just a little bit?
You assume that I ever had it together.
Oh my god, I do. I pray for Druma. Good lord, let's go.
As much as I appreciate the willingness, to help a lady out, this just simply isn't what I need. I mean, not for lack of trying,
Everyone, please give me a reflex save as the ship is rocked with something. We're looking for a DC 26, please.
Okay. Yay. Oof, Danny. You're too busy trying that.
I'm trying drugs right now, guys.
All right, would all of you please roll me a D8, please, publicly? Just no bonuses, just D8.
All right. Is this good or bad?
You'll see in a second. All of you, with one being above you and then going clockwise, if you rolled, let's see, so Khan and Demirius, you are moved 5 feet in the direction you rolled. So Khan, you would be moved 5 feet to the west, Demirius 5 feet to like the northwest diagonally. Zavid, you rolled a 29, so you also succeeded, so you move 5 feet north, and then Danny, you failed, so you moved 10 feet north. So you are slammed into the wall and take d6 damage, Danny.
I'm convinced this is because of the drugs.
You take 3 damage, and I will give that to you here in just 1 second.
Should she make a reflex save to hold on to the drug she just bought?
She pretty much just took them.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the high to kick in, guys.
So something smashed the side of this ship and knocked all of you over. A couple of you fell, or Danny fell a little further than the rest of you, and you hit yourself on the wall. And
Guys, what was in that stuff?
a short moment later, you hear a bosun's whistle coming from above deck.
Now I'm hearing things.
Pleasure doing business with you. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Smitty runs up into here, and you hear him saying, "Boss, what's going on?" DeVargo, you hear says, "There's something up top deck. Look at here. Look at the." And as you're running by Demirius, you take a quick peek. Give me a perception check there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me perception.
Catch him
tower,
with the
please.
spiders.
Yeah, he's with the spiders. All right. You can't really tell what's going on from your vantage point, but you can see there's a lot of movement on the I'm going to just call them cameras. There's on the cameras that are poised on the upper decks. You're not sure, you can't tell what it is from where you're standing, but there's some shit going down up top.
There's something attacking the people up on the top decks. There's water everywhere. It seems to be flooding the ships.
So he smashes a button underneath his desk, and you start hearing "Whoa, whoa, whoa." As the alarms start to go off, and he and Smitty take off running out of here, and you see Sneaky Pete begin to run out as well. So what do all of you do?
Oh, you're right, for later.
Excellent. Okay. Sure, why not? I will give you, let's see, let me go to your inventory here. What did I say he had? He's got 3 things. He's got some All Night, Bellwill, and Ground Pangolin Scales. There you go. We'll figure out how much later, but I put it in your inventory. So you grabbed a whole bunch of really expensive, really illegal drugs from the Kingpin. All right. Is everyone else also going top deck?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Let me set this up really quick for you. And as you guys are running, you see just before you get up there, do you remember the musician, the human, Tulip Wellington, who Danny played with? You see him running up deck just before all of you get there as well. The pets were left at the greenhouse, so I can get rid of them. Off. Okay, I think we're good. So I've got a bunch to share here. So let me describe what's going on first. As you get to the top of the top decks, you look out and you see all of Eel's End again. It's several ships lashed together with boardwalks and planks and rope bridges, and it's very touristy, but it's kind of ramshackle at the same time. You also see that there's water everywhere. There's swirling kind of eddies on each of the ships, and has the map loaded? Hopefully it should. Okay, so those 5 things of water you see are actually going like this. they're rotating in place. I just can't keep that up through the whole fight. So you just in your mind, imagine that they're doing this the whole time. However, in each of those, you see that there is a big, large, looking, at this point you recognize them, water elemental. Roll an initiative, please.
Look how fun the water looks, guys.
What is this dog doing over here? Playing in the water. I think you might want to be up here. Alright, initiative.
She's like high right now, and this is great. Everything is multicolored. Do I have Arwen and Ares with me?
No, you would have left them. Well, you left them at the greenhouse because otherwise you would have had
That's
to bring
right.
them to meet the queen and then to a casino. So no, they are back at the greenhouse.
Okay.
So one other thing you see as you're all getting up and just seeing out here is Tulip, who is standing right next to you guys, right here. And let me share his image because he's hot and he's worth sharing. Tulip was also one of the PCs in Lumby's group when I played. He was a friend of mine. Hi, Josh, if you're watching. So this is the bard that you saw playing with Danny, but he makes it to the front of the ship just before all of you. And as you do, you see him. He goes like this, and he has a ring on his hand that shoots up into the sky, a large, brilliant, blinding light in the shape of a tulip up on the clouds in the sky. And he says, "Fear not, my goodman, the gardeners of Corvosa will be here shortly." And then he immediately runs up to and hides behind the wheel of the ship.
Guys, we need something like that so we can assemble when we're not together.
The other two things you see is this human here. I have a couple of little people on here that are representing like groups of people, not just one individual person. So one thing you see is this person here standing in this wave is trying to walk out. They're trying, but it's kind of pulling them in, and they're kind of going in a circle, trying to escape this water. This person here runs up, hits right here, and this is when you see a trap spring. Let's see, where is that? This one. An elemental pops up out of this whirlpool and grabs this person. It looks like this. And then the elementals you see in the large pools look like this. All right, now that I've gotten all the descriptions out of the way, the very first thing in initiative is Demirius, you have Battle Cry. I made a little token on the combat tracker for it. It's got like a plus 100 to initiative, so it'll always go first. Yeah, it has to be within 30 feet, so I think you're within 30 feet of that. You are 25 feet away. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, let's see that intimidation. Yeah, in the chat. Ooh, that was really good. 33. It was just shy of a crit, but that is definitely a success. So you make that frightened 1 right off the bat. Okay, so that brings it actually up to Danny. You're first.
Oh, you always want your bard to go first.
You see the wildest shit going on in front of you. You see water all over these ships. You see people running around. You see like the water is turning into monsters. What is going on right now?
This is so cool and weird, y'all. Okay. Obviously I still have my wits about me enough to know that there's something wrong.
Yes.
So first and foremost, we are going to do, I forgot, inspire courage. Sorry.
Okay. Are you going to linger it?
No, I'm just going to do it for this round.
Okay. 1 round, so everyone gets a +1 to attack and damage.
And then I'd like to actually summon something.
Ooh, okay. I gave you a huge list of all the things. It's on your notes tab. And then if you
Okay.
click on the MISC button under notes, then there's a thing that says Note Summonable Fae. And that's, I've even split it up by spell slot for you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see what we can
And
get.
it's super easy for me to drop in the combat tracker.
I am probably. What would be more beneficial, a Tweejack or a unicorn?
Unicorns can heal, Tweejacks do more damage.
Let's go with a unicorn because they also can do damage.
Which kind of slot would you like to use? 4th or 5th? Because I did stat out a 5th level unicorn.
We're gonna do 4th for now.
4th? Okay. So the 4th level unicorn is right here. Boop.
And just so that way you are completely aware, she is pink, and she has a rainbow tail and a rainbow unicorn horn.
Love it. 3.5. So
I regret
unicorn,
nothing.
where would you like to place her? She can go within 30 feet of you.
Let's put her. I want her to be attacking number 4.
You got it. I'll plop her there. Is that good?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. So that's all 3 of your actions. No, the unicorn can go. It gets 2 actions.
Cool. So it's going to do this. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was wrong.
See if you hit first.
It has
And
to hit, yeah.
If it does, we'll carry the damage over.
Okay, yeah. It's I'm trying to find the hit. I think that's it. Hold on. Tell me if that works.
Nice. 30? Hold up. Roiling wave. No, it's not a crit. So yeah, that's a hit. So there you go, 18 damage. And I think it gets 1 more attack just at its second thingy. The penalty.
It actually doesn't have a second penalty.
Oh, then just give yourself a, are you going to attack with a horn or a hoof?
A hoof?
Then, since it's
Or you know what?
agile...
I'll probably do another horn.
Okay, so then just give yourself a -4 and use the same number to roll. Since it's got your song, but it's the penalty.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and it gets an extra 1 damage for the song.
Okay. 4. No, I don't want to do plus. I'm trying to do the minus, but it's not letting me. It's only giving me plus.
You can. Oh, you just need to type a negative number, a minus sign.
DM, can you do this for me? Because I can't
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Let's see. Where's the unicorn? It's right here. You said horn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oop,
Thank you. I was having so many issues.
no problem. And it missed anyway. Okay.
That's my go.
That brings it to this one. Seeing that things are happening, it's going to be moving in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Actually, no, it's going to stay right here. And actually, you notice the water moves with it. I can't move them both simultaneously, but the water that is flowing and spinning around these creatures, as they move, it moves with them. And everyone give me a quick perception check in the tower. I love that Danny's the one that noticed this. So
It's
It's
the
enti-
drugs.
it's entirely possible that you think it's the drugs, because again, you're the only one who noticed this. The water, everyone else sees that there's just puddles of water that's swirling around on these ships, but you notice it's flowing up out of the water onto the ships. It's going against gravity up the ships. And of course, you're the one that noticed that.
I'll just message Zavid and explain to him, or I'll just shout this out to somebody.
I was gonna say, stop whispering in my ear. Just tell us.
Sorry. It's the drugs.
This has to be Breathida, right? The water elemental's going nuts.
And then that one is going to hold its action. That makes it this one. This one's going to move in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and again, hold its action here. This one is going to stay where it's at, but then that brings us to Demirius. Yeah, this one over here is just it's chasing after the people who are trying to escape, staying on this ship, not paying you guys any mind. Haste. All right, 2 actions. That's correct. Yes, 2. But the hasted action can only be a strike or a stride, so it can't be part of like a different, like another spell or something. Click yourself and then control click the target, and it should pop up a little arrow. Which one are you trying to see the distance to? Oh, that. I see. Those aren't actual, like, physical targets. They're just images. So here, I can do this, though. How's that help? And if you want, since you guys are off the square, you can start on the square, like that. That sounds right. Heck yeah, that's smart. Okay, give me an athletics check in the tower, or in the public. Yes, please. Because you'll know immediately if it works. 27, that is enough. Yes, you managed to shove this person just outside of the water. Oh, thank you, thank you. Ah! And they take off and start running up here, and they basically hide up with Tulip. Cool. That was awesome. Is that your whole turn, or do you have... I think that was it, right? Haste, run, shove. Yeah, awesome. And now you're hasted, which is great. So that makes it this thing's turn. It is also just mostly terrorizing the people over on this boat. Trying to grab them, shove them, get them stuck in this water. It has not paid any attention to any of you yet. That makes it this one, though. So this one, though, it is not happy with you, Demirius, because you came out here and you startled it. So what it's going to do is it is going to attempt to smash you with a wave. A bunch of water comes up out of this pile and just splashes against your armor, doing nothing but making you wet. And it's going to attempt that one more time. And miss again. Okay, great. Fantastic. So it's also just going to move then to here, and the water moves with it. And something I just remembered this. It's okay for the movement you just did, but going forward, I just remembered that the water is difficult terrain, so it costs double. No, it's cool. I just remembered to mention that. But yeah, it's difficult terrain to move through these waters. That's its whole turn. Zvi, you are now up.
I have a question about
Yes.
water elementals and elementals in general. Are they animated through magic?
They're beings. They are not really created. They're not constructs. They're primal beings that contain the spiritual essence of essentially they're just like primal force brought life.
I guess my question is, Did magic create these? As in, like, okay, I've got water, and I use a spell to create water elemental out of that, basically bringing that.
Oh, I understand. I understand. Give me a knowledge check in the tower, either like Arcana, Nature, or Occult. Just not religion on this one.
Okay, let's see. Let's do Arcana. The tower, you said.
Tower,
Oh,
please. Yes.
Gotta move the map over. Okay.
Okay. You get the sense that these were not specifically summoned. You get this. Water elementals are very much naturally occurring creatures. They aren't just summoned by people who have magic. So it's. You get the sense that these weren't summoned to attack here, but something is changed that made them aggressive and decide to attack. Whether that was some spellcaster who agitated them, or whether it's Breathida, as you said, you aren't 100%, but that's a pretty decent guess.
All right. So that means they're naturally occurring for this plane, so I can't banish them. They're not summoned by magic, so I can't dispel magic them. So that's two things in my wheelhouse I can't use. And they're made out of water, so a lot of physical damages are not going to really affect them that much. So, I think what I'm going to have to do is focus on using what I do best and negative energy and just sort of like weaken these things. I'm going to cast... Oh, and do I see anything crazy? Because I got see invisibility on as well.
Oh, no, you do not see anything that would otherwise... Actually, wait, I suppose you kind of do. You see that you see the small little whirlpools that are kind of on the gangplanks over to the sides?
Yeah.
Yes, you can see that after seeing that one go off, you see that those are clearly some type of trap. Like there are elementals sitting in wait to snap anything that walks on those tiles, or on those whirlpools.
I gotcha. I'm gonna cast haste, because I'm gonna need to be able to use more actions. That's 2 actions. With my other action, I'm going to, I guess, just move. I'm gonna move into a position here. Maybe, let's see, I was right here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I have Long Strider up for 8 hours, so I get right up next to Demirius. And I'll just be like, I'm going to try to get to the person on this gangplank over here. You try to take the ones here out so we can clear the way. Unless you got a better plan, in which case, I'm all ears. That's my turn.
Wonderful. That brings us to Khan.
I think first things first, I'm gonna use an action to move up to Demirius. And could I just like hop onto his armor and hold on?
Sure. I'm okay with that. Give me athletics or acrobatics check, I guess. Either one is fine.
Yeah.
Publicly.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, you can pick.
Right. Public or dice tower?
Yeah, public, please. Oh, that's more than good enough. Yeah, you effortlessly bound over to Demirius and hop on the back of his armor. This feels right. So there's let's call that 2 actions.
Okay.
Still have 1 more.
I'll get a bottled lightning and just
Awesome.
have it in my hand.
Okay,
And that'll be my turn.
perfect. Perfect. Bottled lightning in hand. The creeping tides do nothing. Reese is gonna go for it. Yeah, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15. Let's see, how fast can Reese run? 15. Yep. 20, 25. Yeah, there. They're just able to make it. So Reese is able to get right up in here with 1 movement, which actually makes that thing flat-footed because it's flanking with the unicorn. And Reese is going to does Reese have? Ah, yes, Reese is going to hunt prey on this thing. So that's going to make it his designated target. And then attack with his longsword. Ooh, that's a good one. That's real. That's gonna hurt a lot. So Reese just effortlessly strides forward, slides into this water, and just slices deep into this thing as it's distracted by the unicorn. That's going to be Reese's entire turn, though. Now, top of the round. Let me see. Where do I do this? Yes, that's what I want. Top of the round. I don't know if anyone sees this. Over from the east in the water, you see a wave arise and swiftly rush towards the boat, pelting it into the side. So everyone, please give me another reflex save.
No, please.
Woohoo. Danny, you're fine. Yes,
It's the drugs.
Yeah. Still need, yep, there it is. 3, and Reese as well. Wow, okay, everyone except Danny, roll a d8, and again, just move yourself 5 feet in that direction. So Reese gets blasted this way. Then please move yourself. Oh, I guess, Con, you didn't need to do that because you're on
yeah.
Demirius. Yeah, I just realized that. So you move with Demirius. Everyone else moves 5 feet in that direction. All right. As this another massive wave just smashes into the boats. That's this one's. Boop. Okay, that brings it to Danny.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Hmm.
The wave that keeps hitting into us, am I able to see if it is an elemental, if it's just water?
That was very clearly just water.
Okay.
Yes, that one was easy to see. It was just a big wave of water that smashed against the ship, and it also hit. You can tell the way the way you were rocked, that it hit a different section of the ship. So it's the waves are not coming from necessarily the same exact spot.
Okay. Okay, so it's not a thing.
Right.
Okay. The unicorn. Do I give it an action? Are we doing it like?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's just like a minion.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it an action.
Awesome.
Let's see. Is that a hit?
28. I think so. Sorry, where's the thing? Yes, that's the AC is 24. That's a hit. Yes.
Okay. So drop that.
Excellent. Okay. Oh, are you using an action to do your song again?
I will.
Okay, so I'll give it an extra 1 damage. Oops. Okay, sorry. This thing's looking pretty rough. That unicorn horn just pounced into it. Or pounced, that's not the right word. Pierced into it. And it being this fey creature, it got a really good shot in.
Awesome. And I'm gonna do a thing. I have one more action left, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to.
So does the unicorn, too.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Then let the unicorn do its hit.
Okay. Want me to get that since it's the second one?
Yep.
All right. Hoof attack. That's a miss. All right.
Boo. Okay. And let's add the +1. And let's see.
That's definitely a hit. Yes, absolutely. That might even be a crit. I think it is. It absolutely is. Yes, that is a crit. So hold shift as you take the damage and drop it on that thing.
Hold shift.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing that, but it is not giving me my dice. It's only giving me 2.
That's weird. Let me check real quick. Actions, Dawn's Wrath, 2d6 piercing? Yeah, when you hold.
It's not giving me force.
It'll automatically do it. So you'll only see the 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I actually need to give it 19 back because I accidentally did damage to it. But yeah, you did a really good shot. You take out your mother's bow. The first time you've actually used it in a real fight, with not just training, without even thinking. You just knock an arrow, pull back, and let loose with this really well placed shot right into this thing. And yeah, well, excellent. That's your whole turn, I think, right?
That's my go.
Fantastic. So this thing sees stuff going on. It doesn't like it. So it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it is going to attack the unicorn because that seems to be doing a lot of damage. It's going to summon a big wave and slam against the unicorn. Oh, yes. This as well.
No.
That's a good one. All right, you can do
Steven.
that. Absolutely. So I will erase, what is it, 11 damage at this point? Two plus your level, so yeah, 11 damage. Okay, so 17. So it only takes 6 damage. Yeah, you just saved a lot of damage off of that, off the unicorn, and you hit and did 20 damage. Good lord. Yeah, all right, that was excellent. That was. Did that include the good damage? Do you get that yet? The persistent good or whatever? That's not yet. Okay. So move, attack. That was done. This one, it saw that, and I'm just going to move Conda here just so we can see you. It's going to move into place to here. Come on, move the water with it. And it's going to try and wave attack you there, Demirius. All right, I finally hit something. Hooray. Okay, so it moves up to you, summons a wave from this water underneath it, slams into you, and then it uses its third action to force you to move 5 feet. It pushes you that way. And Con, you're still on his back, so I'm just moving you with it.
Yeah.
That's... Love it. All right, this one sees that there's swarming going on, so it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's all it can do is get to here. And again, all of this is difficult terrain, so if you're moving, it's half speed. That's Demirius, you're up. Oh, yeah, and you're hasted. Don't forget that.
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, that's all you can do. Yep, that one is already flat-footed, so go ahead.
And does this activate opportune backstab?
It will, yes. Yes.
Ah.
So go ahead and hit. And just for melee's sake, you're essentially on his square. So anything that's in range of Demirius' square here is in range for Yukon. Nice, 21 damage to that thing. And yep, that will absolutely proc your reaction, Con. So go ahead and take your attack on it.
And it's also flat-footed to me since...
Yep, that'll give you sneak attack. Ooh. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, you're going to kill it.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, that was ridiculous. So, Demirius, you slog your way through this water. It's heavy with this armor, but you're in good shape. And you take a swing, slice, and Con, you see your opening. You sink your gladius right into this thing, and it just turns into water. And the water slowly begins to drain off of the deck. At least the water from this specific creature. That one. So that space is no longer difficult terrain where that one was. So yeah, you still have 1 or 2 more actions, I think. That's a hit. Well done. Sweet. Throw that in the chat. No, it doesn't seem intimidated by you at all. By that, no. So, is that you? Okay. This one also very much sees action going on, so it's going to start going in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30. It can get in the rage, but that was all 3 of its moves, so it can't do anything, so that's the end of its turn there. Zavid, you're up.
Okay. So all these things sort of just showed up. Interesting. Let's see, how far away are you? You're 55 feet? What if I was not here? What if I was here? Yeah. Alright. I would like to move out of this water. Can I do that in 5 feet of movement?
Yeah, I'll call that 5, yeah.
And then 10, 15. I would like to take the leap action
Awesome.
to get here.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can leap that. I'm not using the jump spell. I'm using the leap action
Yeah, give me an
during my
athletics
stride.
check. An athletics check publicly. That's how you deal with leap action.
Okay.
Does he get the +1?
No, that's only for attacks and damage.
All right, here we go. Athletics.
You can make it that far. You can make it to 15 feet. Since you took the run up.
So that was my haste stride.
Okay.
Was to just get out into a better position. I'm gonna turn towards these others, and I'm just going to 3 action directed channel negative energy, cone, all of them.
Very good.
So
Very good.
let's-
I didn't even notice that I put them in a cone. Well done.
It took a little bit. Oh, that's not mine. It took a little bit of finagling for me, but
No, that's clever. I like it.
let's see.
I forgot you even had that feat.
It's a good feat.
I think the last time you used a cone harm was the fight against Nemia with all the rats. I think you used a cone harm in that fight.
Actually, I think, you know what I did? I think I just went up to her and I was just like, die, 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 die. And I wasn't able to kill her. But this is a 4 DC 27, so should I select all of them with control?
Yeah. Control, click all of them. And then, let's see.
Cool.
What level are you doing this at?
It's always...
Oh, it's always 5th, right?
Yeah,
Jesus
it's always
Christ.
the top.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so under harm, click the little magnifying glass. And yep, there you go.
Yeah.
But I think there was 1 too many in there.
Really? That's
Rolling
4.
wave to creeping tide. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. That works. So success, failure, success. So 3 successes and a failure. So go ahead and roll the damage. That's still good damage. Yeah. So actually, you notice that where the little swirls are on the gangplanks, you see that the creature kind of pops up and it melts off the sides of the gangplank. So that one is gone, as well as the Well, I'm just going to move that real quick, as well as this little whirlpool. So you have gotten rid of that little trap thingy. It is gone.
Okay. How are we looking with these other dudes? They took like a little bit less than the other one?
Yeah, they took a little less damage, for sure. These seem to be kind of the soldiers, whereas the other things were more opportunistic predators, waiting for something to fall into their mouth.
Got it. Alright, that's all I got.
Okay, so that's Savid's turn. That puts it at... Khan, you're up, and you are on Demirius's back. So anything that's within range of Demirius. So we'll say that the... I'm going to put you in this square because that number 3 is not within your range on his back.
Okay. Yeah, totally fair.
Oh, but you have your bottle of lightning.
I do, yeah. So I'm going to throw it at wave number 2.
Okay.
What kind of check or attack is
Oh
it?
yeah. It's a DC, I think. Let me look here really quick. I've got this bottled lightning moderate. Oh, it's just a ranged attack. So essentially, just give yourself a +1, and then just attack it with your short bow. It's numerically the same.
Okay. Is it the highest modifier?
Yes, they 18. Great. However, it still lands and splashes, so it will do 2 electricity splash damage on the thing. The problem is that will also do it to Demirius. Sploosh. Demirius, so you get kind of zapped a little bit because you're wearing metal armor and you're standing in a pool of water, and Khan just threw down a ball of lightning at you.
Demilius, I'm sorry. On that case, that's one of my actions. This thing's already hurting. I'll just try to stab it a couple times.
All right. It is not flat-footed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
Will I use the second attack modifier and third?
Yes, because
Okay.
throwing is an attack.
Yeah. Then I'll make one attack, and then I'll use my third action to grab another bottle of lightning.
Perfect.
That's
That'll
a
hit still. Yep. 2 6s though. That's still pretty good damage for not even getting sneak attack. Good lord. So, Khan, you throw down your bottle of lightning, realize, oh god, it slipped out of your hand and just fell in front of you. Let's say that. And then you're like, oh, get back to what I'm good at, and just do a big slash right in front of you. You take a good chunk out of this thing, and then you pull out your second bottle of lightning, and that's your turn. Thing. Reese is going to see his opportunity and try to help out as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30. There. So Reese is going to use 2 movements to get here. And then just attack this with the long sword. Oh, yes, that's right. It gets flat-footed. So, doot. And then an attack with the Longan sword. That'll still hit. All right, excellent. Bam. All right, so Reese gets in a good hit with the long sword. That brings it to the top of the round. I want this one. So from the northwest, you all see another swell in the water as a wave comes rushing in, and please give me another reflex save. Ooh! Zavid is unaffected. Danny, you fail by 1. And I guess it's just Demirius, not Khan. You don't need to roll it. You pass. So Demirius and Zavid, you are unaffected. And Danny, though, roll a d8 and then please move 5 feet in that direction. 2, 3, 4. So 5 feet to the east, like to your right.
Okay, so
And that's also your turn.
Cool. So, am I moving this way?
Yeah, you're like right. You don't have to go that far, but yeah, just like 5 feet or so.
Okay. There we go.
Yep. As the wave crashes into the boat, you kind of lose your balance and move 5 feet to the right, and that's your turn.
Cool. We're gonna go for another strike
With the unicorn or the
No.
bow.
with the bow, and I'd like to hero point that.
Okay.
So let's use that, and let's try that again. Come on now. There we
That
go.
was significantly better. 31. I don't think that's quite a crit. And you're attacking which one? Number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a crit, but it is definitely a hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
So
And that's
I placed the
it
damage
frozen?
on. I know I placed the damage on it.
there. It is.
There you
It's
go.
just kind of frozen. Okay, so 2. Do you not have a bonus on your?
No, it doesn't give me. I don't have a bonus on
Okay,
it.
yeah, it's just 2d6. Okay, so 2. So it's 5. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's that. So you just did 1 attack. I think that means you have 2 actions left. So you can.
One is going to be my song, so
Okay.
that would have given it. Would a 32 have made it a crit or no?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
But it gives it 1 extra damage, so 1, 2, so that much. Okay. It's
And
looking
then-
pretty bad. This one's starting to fall apart.
And then the unicorn is going to go for a hit.
Okay, it does have reach, so it can hit it from there, and the thing is flat-footed, so yep, perfect.
Awesome.
23,
I'm
think.
targeting it, and it's not.
Yeah,
showing.
20. Oh, but with the +1 from your song, that is just barely a hit. I don't know why it's not doing it, but
I don't know either.
here, I'll roll the damage on it. I've got it right here. Boop.
I got. Okay.
All right, the unicorn manages to horn this thing, and it just dissipates into water, and the water beneath it begins to flow out from the ship.
Yay! Go, Steven! I think that's it, right?
Bow, song,
Song.
command Steven. Technically, Steven can like move or attack the one to its right. He's within range of 2 of them actually, or he could move.
Is he in range?
Yeah,
Cool.
he has reach because he's large.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna let you do that then because it's the second
Sure.
attack.
Which one would you like, number 5 or number 3?
5.
Number 5. Okay, so that one, penalty, hoof attack, nat 20. Good
Wow.
job, Steven. So Steven does 16 critical hoof damage to that one. That's the
Yay!
This
And
is a far cry from when we were fighting Elkana. Where he was getting his ass kicked like, I'm a unicorn, stop hurting me. Ah.
right.
Now
was
he's
getting
it's
was
just-
getting his ass kicked.
He's ready.
So
yeah, he's been training ever since then.
in the Feywild, he's just training, nothing but lifting every day, putting weights on the end of his horn.
Yeah.
They're like the triangular 100-ton weights.
He's getting his gains.
Everyone, give me a perception check in the tower, please.
Perception check.
Yes,
Let's perceive some shit.
I have to find my skill list. Sorry.
No problemo.
There we go.
Con and Danny, you two spot it immediately. Demirius and Zavid, you're two in the middle of this fight to really notice this, but the two of you, and zoom out on your map a little bit so you can see the whole thing if you're zoomed in. What you two see out in the waters to the southwest is you start to see a massive whirlpool appearing in the water. It's spinning round and round. It's about 50 feet wide. And up from the center of it, you see a form rise that looks just like a wave rising out of the water. It seems to have arms and face and form. This massive creature of elemental fury rises from the depths, and it looks out to everything, and it begins to move forwards towards the ships. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30.
Danny is convinced this is the coolest show she's ever seen.
Goes to there. And then it climbs above the gangplanks and moves itself into this in between these ships right here. And again, it's this vortex is spinning around it the entire time. Massive amounts of water going everywhere. All right. Did that picture load?
It did. I feel really bad for the person stuck here who's had to have like multiple things like moving past us. It's stuck in this like water weird or whatever. We're gonna get you out of there, buddy.
So that's this one. Okay, so that brings it to a water elemental's turn. This one just got attacked by the Steven, so it didn't like that. It's going to attack Steven.
Steven, no.
Hey, critical hit on Steven. Fuck yeah. Okay, and it is going to use its second action to push Steven 20 feet because it was a crit, so... Or, I mean 10 feet, so 5, 10 feet. And then it is going to follow up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. And that's going to be the end of that one's turn. This one is going to move in on Demirius. 5, 10, 15, 20. It's water. And then it is going to wave back you again, Demirius. Gonna miss. Great. And then last attack, wave bash against Khan. It's gonna try and hit the easier. Oh, that'll do. Smash! Water splashes up and. Oh, absolutely, you can. So 31, so that'll take 11 off. So Khan only takes 20 damage of that.
Thank you.
So. Nope. 20. Okay, so I fixed your HP. Yep, good hit. Good. Yep, that is definitely a hit. 15 damage. Fantastic.
And an opportune backstab.
Absolutely, that will proc your opportune backstab.
Yeah. Is it flat-footed or?
Where's its back in
Let
that?
me give it to you.
Like,
Yeah,
does it have a back?
that's a good question. But there you go. It is flat-footed now. Because yeah, Reese is right over there. It stepped into place. Oh shit! Shit. This is gonna hurt. So many dice.
Oh.
Good lord. Yeah, okay, you slice into this thing and do a pretty significant amount of damage. Demirius, you're up. Oh, yeah. That'll probably do it. Not quite enough, but that's it's looking really, really, really bad. Not great. So I think you have 2 actions left, right? Because you're hasted? Nice. How much does that give? Oh yeah, you have a button for it. That's right. 32? Holy crap. Alright, Khan, you are back to full health. Wow. He just, almost like he just lays on hands through his back onto you. It goes through your paws, and all of your wounds are now healed.
The overheal from lay on hands just leaves Khan's fur all like fluffy and shiny,
Little staticky.
lustrous, gleaming with Saren Ray's light.
Beautiful. 26, I think that's enough. Yeah, that is absolutely enough. So,
Plus
and that's
1.
on number 1, correct?
She's Khan the glowing now.
On which one? Number 3? Okay. That's Frighten 1 on that one. There you go. I think you... Attack, Intimidate. Don't you have one more? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're good. So that's this one. This one's going to attack Steven, because Steven it has done quite a lot of. It's done more damage to it than Zavid has, so it doesn't really notice Zavid right at the moment. So attack Steven. That's crit. That's crit. Right on the unicorn. All right, Steven just gets plowed with this water and gets knocked overboard. Sploosh into the water. And Steven is now goes back to the Feywild.
As he's getting knocked off the ship, I imagine he looks right at his summoner and goes, "I've always loved you." Turns into light.
So that was one attack. It's gonna move up to here, and then attack. Actually, gonna move down to here to make Demirius flat-footed because these things are smart, and it's going to attack Demirius. But it only has. It can't push you even if it hits, so but it misses. All right.
He's immobile.
Zavid, you are now up.
Second of all,
Well, is this water all still here? I thought that moved with the dude.
Right. Sorry, yeah. Whoop, there you go.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna make an attack on this guy. I think what I'll do is... It looks like he's really close. Does it look like these things are particularly hard to hit?
Ish. They're made of water, so landing a good blow is hard, but this thing looks pretty close to dead.
My bonus is like a plus 11, which the Pathfinder isn't actually that good at this level.
I think you found out at this point through trial and error that their AC is 24.
Okay. Oh, I got a plus 15 on one of these. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you can bite it. That's a plus 15.
Yeah, I have a low grade cold iron +1 weapon. It's magical. And I'm thinking as long as I can bypass whatever it's, if it has like a resistance to damage with some magic damage. So I will make an attack.
It's also flat-footed.
Ooh, okay. He targets the thing. Zavid shoots.
I gotta be back. I'll be back in just a couple seconds.
Sure thing. Hey!
Alright. And then to do the damage is just...
+1 because of Danny's song.
Alright, so it's just 2d4 then.
Oh yeah, straight up 2d4, cool.
2 damage. Is it
Nice.
alive?
Actually, that was just enough.
Yeah! Alright, cool.
I want Zavid, describe how you take this thing out with your little dagger, because that's great.
This thing is like kind of... It's been sliced up and blasted apart by all these amazing attacks, and there's just this like, it's like this little water spout where it's like spine or base is, that's the whole thing is sort of teetering on, and so I'm like, and I slice that, dealing 2 damage, which is the severance that it needs to just collapse. And then I'm gonna move over with a hasted stride.
Hello? Is it me? Am I back? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness, God. I don't know what is up with my internet, but like every time someone calls the house landline, it freaks out. I can hear someone on the phone in the other room. I don't understand why the Wi-Fi has anything to do with the landline. Anyway, sorry. I didn't hear anything you said about how you killed that thing.
Okay, I thought it was pretty cool. So after these amazing attacks by Khan and Demirius and Charlie the Unicorn and everybody, this thing is like, its form is all teetered and tattered, and it's like trying to reconstitute itself, but it's all hinging on this one little water spout like kind of spine that is like balancing it on. And I'm right next to it, and so I just kind of look around. Yeah, and I take the spine out, and it just collapses like a timber.
I love that. Yeah, this top heavy bit of water just sploosh, and it just runs off the sides of the ship. 2 of them remain.
Zavid typically doesn't kill things. He usually damages things, so that was cool.
Yeah, you don't usually get the kill. That's awesome.
He runs over to this.
Just remember that's difficult terrain, so you have to it's half movement to get through that water.
Which water?
The water you were just Oh, wait, you're over there. Never mind. You're not in water anymore. You're good.
Yeah.
That's
I
right,
was
you killed
like,
You killed
I'm gonna
it.
go.
I forgot.
I'm gonna go to Breath of the Creeping Tide number 2. I'm gonna be like, unend that man, and then I'm gonna do a 1-action touch of a harm on it.
That's enough. That absolutely takes it out. And all this
Cool.
water seeps out and splashes away, and the person who was stuck in this water and starts coughing up water. Thank you so much.
I'm like, you need to get the fuck out of here.
And they start,
Like-
they kind of collapse and start crawling away in this direction.
Yeah, I also think I have another action left, so
Yes, you're hasted. That's right.
I'm gonna. Is this dude in trouble? Is the Afro guy over here like in
Oh, I
trouble?
keep forgetting about that person. No, they were supposed to have run off a while ago.
Oh, okay, all right. So
They're-
it's
they're
just
long
that
gone.
person.
Yep, just that person. I didn't even notice that last one.
I'm gonna taunt the living tsunami, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, kiss my ass," and I'm gonna say it in a language hopefully it'll understand.
Nice.
How about? I don't think I speak primordial or anything like that. I'll just yell it in comment. I want my friends to hear it more than I want this thing to understand me. Hey, why don't you go back to the ocean? That's my turn.
Throw an intimidate in the chat. I want to see what happens. There's always an
Sure.
nat 20.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need a nat 20. Nope.
Nope, that is a critical failure, actually. It does not speak common. It does not understand what you say to it.
Does it understand me slapping my ass? I'm like, kiss
Perhaps
my
just-
ass!
Perhaps a small bit. That's that
yeah.
one is the one you just killed. Khan, that brings it to you. And you're still on Demirius, so you're within range of that one.
Yeah.
It is not flat-footed though.
Yeah. I mean, might as well try to like throw my bottle lightning
Ah,
again.
you have it in your hand, right? Go for it.
Yeah.
The other one is also more injured, just FYI. If that matters to you. That'll hit. Yep, so go ahead and roll the damage on it, and it does not. It will do the splash to number 5, so do the regular damage to number 3, and then throw the splash on number 5.
Wow. No, I want the details.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is. Yeah, 7 damage to shock that one. And then it should be like, I think 2 damage, 2 splash.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Ha.
Badass. There you go. All right, fantastic. So that's just 1 action. So you have 2 left. You're not hasted.
I'll do a little stab.
All right, stabby stab.
And it is flat-footed to this one attack.
Is it?
Well, that's the effect of like the bottle of lightning, right?
Oh, you're right. They're both flat-footed. Or that
Oh,
one.
only the one I hit. Only
Yep,
the one I
yep,
hit,
you're
not the splash
absolutely
damage.
correct. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
it's-
I totally forgot about that effect.
Flat-footed,
the
but
whole
only
point.
for one attack.
That's the whole point of the bottled lightning. I forgot about that entirely. So yeah, go ahead and roll. It is now flat-footed. Oh, yeah, that was a good strategy. The bottled lightning plus the attack, that was good. Look at that. Holy crap.
Another 52.
4 6s in there? Good God, Con. Okay, you have 1 action left. Jesus. Sweet Saren Ray.
Get another bottle of lightning!
All right, grab a bottle of lightning out. That's your turn.
Hell yeah! Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Reese is up. Reese is gonna make that thing his hunted prey. So, target. Wait.
Yeah, and it is no longer
Reese,
flat-footed.
target. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. So, this one no longer flat-footed. Thank you. So it is now this. Gonna run in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to now it is flat-footed. Boop. So that was hunted prey, and then 1 attack. Doop. Good. Take a hit. do that with Snork attack. That was really good. Yeah, comes in with his longsword, takes one good slash, positioning himself to give you sneak attack. Con brings us to the top of the round.
Yeah. I guess if we really wanted to wrap this up, I could just like
Oh yeah, your thing
reaction
reset. Yeah,
strike.
you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely take your reactive strike if you want to. Go for it.
Yeah.
And it is
it's
flat-footed.
Flat-footed.
Yeah, you may as well. And it's at your maximum bonus.
Mhm.
Needed the maximum bonus, but hey, it's still a hit. Yeah, more. You're doing a lot of damage. Yeah, so you lay into that thing. Top of the round, you can see it coming this time. Another wave just slams into the boats. DC 26 reflex save. Everyone except Con, please. I'll get Danny and Reese. Okay, so Demirius, you are not moved, so Con, you are not moved either. Ah, Danny and Reese both critically failed, so they get to move 10 feet. Oh, if Reese... Oh, wait, no, wait. Reese rolled... Oh, Danny passed, never mind. And Reese also passed, never mind. So everyone is actually good this time. No one... You saw it coming this time, the wave, and you just managed to steady yourself for just a moment. It hits the ship, and you're ready to go.
Wait a minute, I got a 20. That's gotta be a failure.
Oh, you got a 20. Oh, shit, you're right. You did get a 20. I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
so roll a d8, please.
Listen, I'll be honest.
No, thank you for your honesty. In fact, take a hero point for the honesty.
Oh, hey, at least I go this way.
Yeah, you go to the east 5 feet.
Yeah, sweet. I go actually in towards the ship.
Yep.
Sweet. I'll use it. I'll put another hero point in there.
Yep. All right, so yep, 5 feet to the east. That brings it to Danny. She's going to, number 1, give everyone Inspire Courage. Number 2, she's going to linger it to make it longer. No, I don't want to waste her focus points. So everyone gets the +1. Then she's just going to attack that thing with her bow, Dawn's Wrath again. Let's see if she can land another good shot. Nope. And then just going to have her move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can she move 30? No, 25 to there, and that's her turn. So everyone gets +1 to attacks and damage. Oh wait, with the +1, that would actually hit. Hey, so she lands an arrow on that thing. +1. There we go. Okay, now it is this thing's turn. It is going to move. It sees all of you attacking its children. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 to here, which its whirlpool moves with it. And it is going to attack you, Zavid, with a wave that it just summons from beneath it, washing up from the side of the water.
Okay.
Oh, I see what's going on. There we go.
Little do you know, I could go for a swim. Ah!
Not a crit, but it definitely hits. 26 damage, and it is going to use its third action to push you 10 feet. So it's going to push you 5, 10 to here. That is its turn. That makes it this one. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there to make Demirius flat-footed. Are you all ready? You have a lot of effects. Yeah, you are.
He was
you
the
are.
turn before, when there were 3 instead of 2.
Gotcha. So, okay. So then it's going to attack at you with a wave. Miss. And it'll try one more time with the wave and probably miss. Yeah, this thing is just splashing you with water. It's kind of getting weak. You're kicking its ass. It's more annoying than anything else, which it brings it to your turn. Oh, and the water moves with it. Yeah. That's right, to attacks and damage. Heck yeah. Oh shit! That's a 40, y'all. Look at that. Actually, it was a 40. It should have been a 41. Jeez. All right, you with a mighty swing slice this. Well, yeah, you can describe it. This is your nat 20. And you do so. It splits bilaterally, sploosh onto the deck, and the water drains away. One is left, and the giant one.
You see me like lying on my back, like I had just like went from one wave into this other water elemental's wave, just being like tossed around, and then you kill this thing, and I'm just like, thank you. Yeah.
No, you have 3 actions left. Okay. Hang on. This one is flat-footed because of Danny's positioning. So there you go. Yeah. Because it's large sized, you are technically flanking together. That's a hit. Okay, still damage is damage. Yeah, it's a miss. All right. So was that all of it? Okay, cool. $40. Oh wait, that's not fair. It's 40 feet away from you, yeah. Or, well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, it's at least 35 away from you. Perfect. So that's a 28. That is a success. So it is now frightened. So let me give it that. There we go. Frightened. Bam. Yeah, it is. These things are getting their asses kicked. It's seen its brethren getting killed left and right. It's afraid of you with good reason. Zavid, that brings it to you. Danny, I see you're back now. Were you there for the big thing that showed up? I can't remember if you were here.
The giant
the
water
giant
monster?
water one? Yeah?
Yeah, I was here for that.
Okay, I just couldn't remember. Sorry. Okay, so Zavid, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna cast, I'm gonna jump.
Yes, I love it. I am so happy I let you take that spell on your list. I'm so happy.
And then as I land into this thing, and I'm imagining, I don't know how solid the surface of this thing is being a liquid, but it's like a moving, roiling liquid, so I don't know if it's like I'm able to kind of be on top of it, but...
Depends what you're trying to do. I'm very curious.
I'm just going to action harm.
Nice. I will allow that.
I want it to spit me out. I want it to be like, oh, this thing hurts, and then like get rid of me.
I love that. So yeah, just I'm gonna let that happen. Just do it as normal.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I'll say you cast the jump spell, you fly through the air, and you do sploosh into its chest, and you're kind of swimming around in its chest. And just so you know, I do have the rules for holding your breath and drowning right here. So if that comes into play, I got him.
Yeah, since it didn't grab me and I jumped into it, I imagine Zavid had the prep time to be like, and take a big deep breath.
Absolutely. So you know, you can hold your breath for a number of rounds equal to 5 plus your con mod.
Critical
So
success.
dang.
Don't do it.
So
Don't do it. Yeah.
What happened? Ah,
The
nice.
The crit success was no damage, but
Yep. The second
38. That's almost max.
one. That's pretty.
That makes up for
7,
it.
8, 7, 8, 8. Holy shit! God damn. Yeah. This thing did not like. It took you a second to figure out where you were at. Like you're not used to being in the water, but you kind of after the first one failed, you're like, oh wait, I got it now. And you give it a second go, and you can tell this thing is losing water already. You're sucking the moisture and the life out of it. It did not like that.
I have one extra action that I can only use on an attack or a stride. I guess I'll just use my little
You know what?
dinky dagger
I'll say that the jump spell counts as a stride, since it's just one
Okay.
action.
In that
'Cause I like
case, I'm gonna use my last harm on this thing.
Do it. Oh, that's low. Regular success, so half damage.
All right, I appreciate giving me that action back.
Yeah, this was too awesome to let it pass up. Okay, so you leap into this thing and you just light it up with negative energy from the inside. It is very unhappy at that. Han, that brings it to you. This thing's flat-footed. You are on Demirius' back. Just gonna move it so you can see yourself.
Yeah. Big shocker, but I'm gonna stab it.
Nice.
Oh no. I would have never thought that.
Never. Perish the thought. Ah, still a hit on a 3. Because it's flat-footed, nice. And you get the +1 damage from being song. Oh, and Zavid would have gotten that too. So you got, what, 2 of them succeeded?
Yeah.
So you got an extra 2 damage in there. Nice. That thing's looking pretty bad, but it's not... Well, it's not super bad, but it's looking bloodied, at least.
Yeah,
If it had blood.
I'll go for it again.
Okay.
And I'll add the +1. I'll remember to do that.
That was almost in that 20.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah.
And I don't really have anything else to do. I don't want to throw the bottled lightning.
You could hop off of Demirius if you want to have your own mobility. I mean, that's
No, I want
your
to
choice.
remain a backpack on Demirius.
Cool.
I mean, I don't have anything to lose. I might as well attack a third time.
All right, yeah.
It could still hit. Who knows?
Good.
So you're kind of like Yoda on Luke's back right now.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
100%. She's backpacking it. Jetpacking.
And that's a miss. Oh well.
That one was close. That one was close. All right, so that's the end of Khan's turn. Reese is going to try and finish this thing off before that giant thing gets any worse. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he's going to have to stop there. So this thing is, I think... Yep, going to make it his hunt prey. So target this, and then 1 attack with the long sword. That's a hit, and it'll get sneak attack. Shazam. Okay, not quite there. Top of the round. You know what's coming, y'all. A wave from the north. Plows into the ship, so everyone give me reflex save. 26.
Oh, could I use my reaction? I always.
Oh
forget
yes,
about
yes, 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 yes. You absolutely
After
can.
Reese's attack.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't actually know if I needed to make a reflex
That's
for that.
fair.
since I'm
Yeah,
in the-
you didn't. Oh, Khan, I'll say that's probably gonna take it out. I mean, you'd have to roll really low. Yeah. Okay, so Khan, go ahead and tell us how you took this thing out.
Okay, Khan, like, very briefly hops off of Demirius' shoulders, like, slices the base of the elemental, but the vestiges of the swirling water will throw her back onto Demirius' shoulders, so she's just flying around like a Beyblade.
I love that. All right, bam. So those elementals have subsided. They are no more. I think this is a great spot for an intermission.
Yeah.
Huh? You just took you got the big guy left. You took out the little ones. I think we can take us a quick break. Hope everyone will join us in about 10 to 15 minutes, and we will be right back. Thanks so much for joining us. We're back from the intermission. Wonderful to be with you. Where we left off, Luxatumbra was fighting off the attacking water elementals at Eel's End in the city of Corvosa. Khan had just vanquished the very last of them, but the large, breath that is living tsunami is left remaining, with Zavid stuck inside its chest cavity. And I believe at this point it is Danny's turn. You're up.
So let's.
Oh no, am I frozen? Crap.
No,
You are in my screen.
you're fine. There you go. You're frozen on mine. There's a good chance that this might drop. Alright. I'm unsure if I should do my action now or should I wait?
We could strategize. I don't know.
Sure, I'm just gonna hit it with a bow. Elijah, can you hear us? There we go. And we'll be. And there goes Fantasy Crown.
Yeah.
Well,
Welcome back for the second time. Sorry about that. Wouldn't be a Tales from the Shadow Valley without tech issues, would it? So, glad we are back from intermission where we left off. Luxadumbra was fighting off the aggressive water elementals at Eel's End in Corvosa that had attacked due to the influence of the planet Breathida's Cradle coming within alignment of Galarian. They had felled the lesser elementals, and all that is left is the living tsunami that looms above them. And I believe it is Danny's turn.
Cool. So, I haven't used any of my 5th level spells. You know what? I think I just might. So,
This would be a time.
let's go with 5th level. Let's see. I'm trying to think if Magic Missile would be the best bet for this. Huh. Okay. How many dots, arrows, thingies would I get for a 5th level Magic Missile?
It's 3d4 plus 3.
It's 3.
I think, wait, is it 1d4? Hang on. That doesn't sound right.
Or if that's meant to kill.
1d4 per dart. Ah, I see. I am sorry, that is incorrect. So it's 3d4, 5d4. 5d4 plus 5. So let me change that real quick on your sheet.
I think I'm going to, instead of doing that, I'm gonna heighten Phasmantle Killer.
Okay.
5, and I'm gonna do the thing.
Phantasmal Killer. Okay, so that makes it have to take a will save. So go ahead and make it your target and force it to take that will save.
Okay. It is I am targeting it.
Okay.
I believe.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so Phasmantle Killer is not inside my 5th level spell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's okay. Just look at the 4th levels part, and then
Okay.
click the magnifying glass to the right of Phantasmal Killer, and because the DC will still be the same, and click the D20 that's next to the word save. Yep, there you go. Oh, it failed. Okay, good job. It rolled really bad. So go ahead and roll the failure, which is 8d6. So roll the one that says 8d6 mental, or click the little blood icon. Wow, there was a couple of 6s in there. Now roll 2 more d6 in the chat, and I'll add that to it. Since you upcast it. So another 4, so I will add that.
Plus song.
And plus the song, okay. That's right. Blah, 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 blah. So on a failure, it takes all that and is frightened 2. Wow. Okay, so do you see where it says Phantasmal Killer frightened 2 underneath 8d6 mental? Click the little walking person icon, and that'll plop frightened 2 on it. Wow, that was an excellent usage of that spell. Okay, so that's 2 actions and your song, so that should be it for you then, right?
Yep, that's me.
Perfect. So it didn't like none of this too much. So it is going to pull itself up onto the bows of this ship. Zavid, you're moving with it. And it moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here. And again, the roiling, all this water that's being sucked up from beneath is just spinning around it in this giant vortex. And it is also greater difficult terrain for anyone who gets into that area. It costs quadruple movement speed to move around in there. And from here, it is going to actually attempt to try and grab Zavid from inside of its chest. So it's going to do a grapple, I suppose, is what that would be. So it's going to try to athletics you. What is your fortitude DC, Zavid? And you're muted.
I have a plus 14 fortitude.
So it's
What would that be?
24. Okay, so that plus 10, so 24. It critically succeeds at grappling you. It pulls you out of its chest, and it is going to slam you on the ground in front of him there. And it's going to do, let's call it 2. Give me a reflex save to see if or how much damage this does. 22. Okay, so it is going to do 2d8 bludgeoning damage to you because that is a failure. So you take 15 points of damage. So that's 31, 41. There you go. So as it slams you on the ground or on the boat in front of you,
Mamma mia!
and then it is going to reach out and to try to attack Reese with its last action because it is within range of Reese. That's a hit. Gonna do some damage. Lots of damage. 28 as it pounds Reese in the face after slamming you to the ground. And that brings it to Demirius' turn. You are up. It has like range 20 feet. This thing is gargantuan. It's got reach. Where is it? 20-foot reach. Yeah. So it could. No, you would not.
Is it possible? I know it doesn't show it on here, but there are 2 masts on each of these ships. Do the masts actually go up and have like rigging and stuff? Like, can people climb up?
Sure. I'll say that normally they don't allow. Well, yeah, they would allow tourists up there. Yeah, sure. So there's more rope bridges and more rigging where people can walk around from mast to mast and look around in crow's nests. So yeah, I'll say there's that. And you can see one on the map. I'll circle it. There's one right here. And I think, let me move the creature real fast. I think, yeah, there's another one. Do you see that dot there? I'll draw a circle around it. There's one right there as well. It's here, I think?
A little bit. Right there.
There? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And put that back. Cool. So those 2 black circles are the masts. They go up, let's call it 50 feet. No, 40 feet. To a crow's nest. Okay, so let's see. Demirius, yeah, you have your full turn. All right. Doing a long jump. If you throw me an athletics check in the chat, please. That's right. Public, please. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough to get you within melee range. You only needed a 15. So yeah, if you take a run and you get that 15 feet run, you can put yourself anywhere within 25 feet of the edge of that water. Yeah. So like, well, within 25 feet of Reese, let's say, essentially. One left, one right, yes. Easily, yes, you could easily get to there with that leap. So that's 2 actions, but you still have 2 because you're hasted still. Yes, you get a +1. That's a hit. 33, good shot, yep. You slash into this thing. It's really difficult. This thing is much more viscous than the other creatures. It's hard to really get a purchase with your weapon, but you manage it. I believe you have the 1? Yeah. That one's a big old miss. You swipe at it, but the water moves away from your blade. Zavid, you're up. You are prone. Let me give you that real quick. Prone. Okay.
I almost don't feel that bad because there's this whirlpool around me. Prone just means I'm swimming. So I think I don't want to get next to this thing again. One, it took me out, was like, get the hell out of me. So I'll take that as it doesn't want me in it anymore. So it's not going to try to like grab me again. Also, it doesn't know this, but I'm out of harms. So I'm going to do some other stuff, I think. I would like to... Is anyone looking bad health-wise besides myself?
Everyone seems okay. Yeah, everyone's all right. You're the most hurt. Reese has taken a couple of hits, but not too bad. You're more hurt than Reese.
All right. I guess I didn't really prepare a lot of like offensive stuff. At least stuff for like water elementals.
Gee, why? You didn't know to plan for water elementals?
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm just gonna cast Fleet Step on myself. As 2 actions.
All right.
It's
What's
gonna
that
give me
do
it's gonna increase my movement speed by 30 feet for a minute. I'm already increased by Long Strider, so I have a 65.
65? Yeah, 65.
It's 25 to 35 to 65.
You're right.
So I have a 65 movement speed. I'm also swimming. I feel like this might be difficult terrain, but I'm swimming real fast. So I'm just gonna like swim around.
All right.
And I'm hasted too, so I'm just like kind of going around, kind of just making sure that I don't drown. And I'm calling out to everybody like, if you lose your footing, I'll help you out.
So since it is greater difficult terrain, you can only move 15 feet per action. But you can move that.
I can move 30 feet then. So that would be
yeah.
10, 20, 30. Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
exactly.
right there. Yeah, so you can absolutely move right there, but that's your whole turn. Khan, that brings it to you. You are still on Demirius' back. It is not flat-footed because Zavid is not in melee range.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you know what I happen to have in my hand? The
Wouldn't you know?
bottled lightning.
Let's see it. And you have a +1 from Danny's song.
Yes, I do.
Can we call it chaos in a bottle?
Chaos in a bottle.
Ooh.
Ooh. If anyone else wants to burn their hero point for that, they can.
Thank you.
And again, +1.
Yeah.
Still not great. Not a
Yeah.
not a nat 1 though.
I would like to burn one of my hero points. I have like
No
3
way!
right now.
Nice. Do it. I'm here for it.
What do I do?
This is the moment to use them. Like this is a boss fight if you can't tell.
Yeah. It's payback for all the crits that I was doing before. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
roll
God.
above like a 6 the rest of the combat.
Right?
Try
Oh,
again.
Demirius just gave you one more.
One more?
He just
Do it.
just burned another.
You gotta hit this thing. Come on.
Oh, it was almost a 16.
All right. Hey, guess what? Try again.
No!
I had 3. I've only used 2 so far.
And again, you get that +1.
All right.
Wait, let's
I
see.
feel like that'll be fine.
What is this thing's? Yeah, okay, it's still a miss.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
yeah, it's got.
You're missing
high
on a 9. I don't know if your points are gonna help now.
All right, so you still have 2 actions. 'Cause
I
that was still
do.
technically 1 action.
Yeah.
I feel like Demirius and Zavi just yelled at you the whole time, like, hey, you're like, I can concentrate.
Aim it that way! No, aim it that way! No, over there! Up there! Over there! God,
to
do
the left,
it!
to the left, no.
I'll stab. Yeah.
All right,
If this is a crit, I will.
I would
quit.
laugh so hard.
That's a ooh. That's a miss. A 31 is a miss.
Yeah, it is. If you
If
look
I
up,
add the +1 and make it a 32, does that hit?
it does. Yeah, you figured out its AC.
Art magic!
Yeah, that was bard
14.
damage. Straight up, 14 damage. All right, so you managed to shock this thing, and you make it flat-footed. Congratulations. So.
Oh, I wasn't trying to throw something. I was trying to stab.
Oh, that was a stab. Okay, so never mind. It's not flat-footed. But you do manage to land that hit.
Yeah, and then
So,
third action, I'll just go.
okay.
That is a high AC, because that means
Yes.
even at a nat 12 on the die, you still wouldn't hit. You'd have to get a 13 or higher on your first attack, which is really hard to do.
But then there's flat-footed. There's Danny's song. There's ways around that. You're thinking
That's
just
fair.
one-on-one in a vacuum. There's you just got to be strategic. So it's Reese's turn. Reese is going to move into position. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30. And it just actually would be able to get to right there. So it is flat-footed. So he's going to make it his designated target for hunt prey, and then get hunter's edge precision. Is that up there? Yes, it is. So attack with the longsword. Not enough. So that's Reese's turn. Top of the round, we've got an incoming wave from the south that slams into the side of the ship. Everyone except Con, give me reflex saves, please. Looking for 26. Danny's fine. Demirius, you're fine, which means Con is fine. So, yeah. Oh, Zavik.
I'm swimming. Do I need to?
That's true. I'm gonna say that's an automatic failure, so I'm gonna move you 5 feet. So just roll a d8 and move in that direction.
Okay.
Since you're allowing it to kind of happen. So you move 5. Yes, go with the flow. So you move. Yep, right there. Perfect.
Just keep swimming.
Danny, that brings it to you.
Okay. Right now, Danny's song is "Just Keep Swimming" by Dory, and she is going to. Alright, let's do another fast mantle killer, but level 4.
Ouch. Okay. Let's see. It's the save. Oops. Ah! Okay, so that's a success. So it's half damage. So go ahead and roll that.
Is it still scared?
It is frightened 1. Every round, the frightening goes down by 1.
Okay.
So if it's already frightened 1, it cannot become frightened 1. Or I guess it would. Yeah, it doesn't really do. The frightened effect doesn't happen, but it does take the damage from a success.
Okay. So it's the 4d6, right?
Yep.
Okay. And of course, we'll do song again.
Right. So you get 14 plus another 1, so I'll put that on there. Okay. All right, that's 2 actions. You still have 1.
One of them was my song.
Oh, that's right. So you're done then.
Yep.
Okay, great. That means it's its turn. It doesn't like all of this that's happening to it. So it is going to use 2 actions to use what's called an ability called Surge. The elemental quickly collapses down from its massive height, surges out and into the entire length of this vortex it's been standing in, and then quickly springs itself back in and reforms itself. I need all 4 of you, Zavid, Demirius, Khan, and Reese, to make a fortitude save. You're looking for a 31. Oh, Zavid makes it, Khan makes it, Reese fails, and Demirius fails. So Demirius and Reese are going to take full damage. The other 2 of you are going to take half of this. So Demirius and Reese, you each take 28 damage. That was not as much as I was expecting. So 38. Okay, I got you, and then Reese is 28, so that's 56. Okay, and then Khan and Zavid, you both take 14. Can you give? I'll give that to Khan, and then Zavid, you're at 55. There we go. Cool. So that is 2 actions, and its 3rd action, it is going to try to punch Demirius because he's right there. Actually, he's going to try and punch Reese because Reese has been one of the ones who's been doing damage to it. That's a hit. Okay, 18 damage, and then it cannot use Surge again for that many rounds. All right, end of its turn. Demirius, you're up. That's a hit. Just real close, but yeah, that'll do it. So damage and con, that will proc your reaction if you would like to use it. And a +1, so I need to give it 1 more damage from Demirius. And give yourself the +1 con.
Is it flat-footed at all?
It is because of where Reese is standing.
Nice.
The swirling vortex around it. Almost an 18. Hey, there you go. So Con managed to hit it with your reaction, so give it that good sneak attack.
Yeah. Does it have the flat-footed icon? I can.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, you can give it to it real quick. There you go. Now go ahead and snork attack. 29. This thing is actually looking pretty bad. It's water is starting to fall and drench each of you as you're getting close to it and attack. Not quite enough on the 2 follow-ups there, Demirius, but I think you have 1 action because you're hasted? Okay. So let's see that it's... Oh, 31, sorry. That is precisely what you needed, actually. So it just took a serious beating from all of you, so it is quite frightened at what's going on right now. So Zavid, you are now up.
Hey, can I see that it's frightened?
You can, I'll say that, yeah.
I don't speak water elemental, but I will do what Dory does in Finding Nemo, and I'll be, I'll speak in extremely slow, calm, and like, go back to the ocean.
I didn't know you could speak elemental.
I didn't know I could either. And I'm going to kind of push home the point here. I want a telekinetic projectile, something from one of the decks, like a barrel. Throw it on, like bonk it on the head.
It is flat-footed, and you have a +1 from Danny's song, so give yourself that.
Okay. Let's see, magnifying glass. And also, are we targeting you? We are now. Okay. And you said +1?
Yes.
Okay.
And give yourself a +1 to damage.
Alright, what the hell is the damage even? I think I didn't upscale it here.
Oh, you haven't upscaled it? Yeah, make sure it's correct.
It's on my other sheet here, I think. Yeah, it's fuck. It's 5d6 plus 4.
Then let me
So
fix
plus
it on
5.
here for you real quick. Why is it? How much is it? Just roll it in the chat.
It's this plus 5.
How do you want to do
26.
this? How do you want to do this?
I know it doesn't understand me, and I'm trying to like tell it to go, and it's just kind of hearing me, and it looks at me like ugh, and I'm like, may Breathita have mercy on blah blah blah, Phew. And then throw this barrel at its head, which splits it, and I think more out of fear than anything else, like the aggression in it has subsided. It dissipates, washes over the deck, kind of pushing everybody back a little bit as the surge of water comes out, and it goes over the sides.
And it does so. It washes off. All of you are kind of pushed back a short bit. Reese is thrown there. Zavid, you're thrown to about here. There's water everywhere, but there's finally calm. The clouds open and a little bit of sun peeks down.
That was so much fun. We should do it again.
You need to go lie down.
No, No, you can't make me.
I'm like spitting out water and stuff, and I'm like blowing snot rockets because I got all this salt water all up in me. I'm like, ugh.
Prestidigitate.
Appreciate it. Look, we need to, and like I didn't notice that when you did that, you did like a little swirl, so my hair went into a little swirl. I had like a little, it's like almost like a little cowlick that kind of dangles
Like
out.
a Superman curl?
Yeah, like that. Except it's a little bit too tall. Like it doesn't look good. I'm like, we need to get moving. I've already used up a lot of magic. I'm sure a lot of you are exhausted. And this is just a reminder that we cannot be wasting time.
I feel fine. I didn't get hit once.
As you're saying that, you can hear footsteps coming from the north, running along these wooden planks.
Oh no, am I gonna get hit?
And looking up, you see the gardeners, 4 of them, running, sprinting through here. Lumby at the lead, Ketu with Jophiel on his shoulders, and there's Aiden the Blackjack taking from the top of the shingles from ceiling to ceiling. They finally get here to the center of the ships, and Lumby says,
All of you, what happened? We saw the symbol. What's going on?
We won!
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, your buddy over there sent up the symbol and then went to hide.
Oh, Tulip? Yeah, that's pretty much his job.
His
Well-
only job is to just send out the flare.
Well, Tulip's not much use in a fight. He kind of gets the word out about what we do and what we can do, and when things happen, he lets us know they're happening. He knows what's going on everywhere. But
All right, well, that's not so bad.
Well, what happened?
Brother, the cradle is activating. Everything's getting aggressive. Water elementals attacked, and then we, did our
Attack
thing.
back.
Yeah.
Lumby,
Incredible.
why are you so many different colors right now?
Oh, I see. She had a little too much fun at Eel's End, huh? Did you talk to DeVargo? He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's trying to use me as his new Knivesies champion.
Oh, that was me for a while.
You'll
I got a
have to
little busy.
fill me in on how that all went down because he's sketchy as hell and I'm not sure I want to do it. But also I don't want to outright say no because I might end up sleeping with creatures at the bottom of the ocean apparently.
Oh, yes. He's good to have as a contact, but I wouldn't sign any contracts.
Okay, good to know.
He's really good at legal language.
Well, I hope that nobody was hurt.
Legalese, yeah, it requires a special schooling to understand.
Yeah, that's like a real language in Corvosa, legalese.
legalese, yes.
I'm
So
fluent
what-
in legalese, common.
You said that Breath of the Cradle is the one that's responsible for all of this. You were telling us about this conjunction, so this is the big blue one, yeah?
Yeah, because, like, I was looking, these weren't summoned by a summoner, these aren't from another world or anything, these are our own sort of water elementals just getting a little bit crazy. And it's because of Breath, I believe.
I see. All of you are quite capable, it would seem. I am impressed. Has anyone checked on the locals, the populace, to see if all have escaped?
We split up. It seems like they were able to run. Even the ones that were captured weren't being, like, hurt the way that we were, because we were fighting. They were just running. Some of them were just stopped. But I would definitely do a once-over, make sure there's nobody still treading water around the ships or something.
Oh, of course, I got this. Hey, go on. And Ketu looks at Istava, his fox that he's carrying with the black and white star pattern on its back, and it starts to fly off and starts buzzing around the boats to look if there are any survivors floating around in the water.
But people are kind of scared and a little confused because why would this happen, right? This is just the beginning. So hopefully the Corvos and folks in charge will be able to kind of smooth this over and use this as the evidence that we've been talking about. What we're saying is true.
We already got started printing out the information that
pamphlets?
you
The pamphlets, yes.
That's what you called them, the pamphlets.
Yes,
We already
yes.
started printing out copies of those over at the Church of Abadar. So we'll get those printed and pressed, and we'll send them out to the populace as soon as possible with your family-friendly edits and everything. We'll make sure as many as people can get these as possible. We'll set them up at every gate, send them with every trader in and out of the city. All of this needs to be known.
Yes, I have a feeling most of the people in this very large city are not going to feel that bad about the Eel's End, but I think the idea that anything would rock the boat of, what's his name, Darvo or something?
Devargo.
Devargo. Anything that tries to rock the boat of Devargo, unless you are a force of nature, you wouldn't do it. So hopefully they understand, it is a force of nature, this affects everybody,
Well, I'll make sure to talk to Devargo. Aiden, you can take care of that too, right? Yeah, you know him pretty well.
Yeah, I can talk to him and Sneaky Pete. Make sure they know that this wasn't done here. We'll ensure justice is done.
By the way... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's good. What were you saying, Zavid?
Oh, I was gonna make a Batman joke. I was like, he seemed pretty two-faced, and he gave me this coin.
Yeah, he's not one you want to double cross, but if you're gonna double cross him, make sure you do it first.
Aiden, are you always lurking in the shadows?
The shadows are everywhere in this city. They're easy to lurk in.
So you answered my question. You do lurk in the shadows.
Yes, I lurk in the shadows.
Yeah, I lurk in the shadows. Half of us lurk in the shadows. We're Lux at Tumbra. It's not that weird.
I don't lurk in the shadows. I can't.
Right, you're the Lux. We're the Atumbra.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually explains a lot. That I get it now. I get
I have
it.
a darkness spell prepared right now.
But then nobody can see me.
And then
That's why
Serenray is the sun.
All right.
Okay, so I know I'm a little whoopy right now, but should we start getting going to go look for people? I think they're my siblings. Yep, that's who they are.
Yeah. Can we get a wagon or a cart or something so I could lay down?
Oh,
We can do
absolutely.
And she starts hitting you, Zavid. I learned something.
Oh, please, I'll throw up on you, all right? I'm still very dizzy from that experience.
Okay, then she starts doing it to Demirius. I learned something new. Did you just slap me with a fish?
I guess part of the light of Serenray is gaslighting, huh?
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so I learned something new, and we can get there within probably maybe a couple of hours without having to go through. We can do shadow walking. We go through the shadow realm.
Which, Zavid, you know about that.
I would know about this. I know I can't do it yet, but I know my people can do this.
Mm-hmm. You've heard of. You're shocked she knows how to do this.
How do you know how to shadow walk?
Because I've been practicing. So I found this really cool ancient old book. It had really weird inscriptions on there, and it was kind of strange, but it's totally fine. And I was reading.
What old book? Where did you find an old book?
That's not.
I love old books. You're not going to share your old book with me?
You've been kind of busy. So anyway, that's not the point. I found this old book. It has this weird scripture in it that's red and then whatever. Anyway, so I started going through it, and then it had this language that actually it was kind of your language, the Shadow Tongue language that you taught me.
Yeah,
So,
I wonder how you learned to shadow walk. Something written by my people, my ancestral people.
So I started reading through it, and then one thing led to another. I had a couple of things. I did some practicing, and boom, I'm in the Shadow Realm.
You do not want to be in the Shadow Realm. Why are you going in the Shadow Realm?
Because we can get from A to G in like a few
Yes,
hours.
you can. And you could get killed on the way there. Because it's dangerous.
But we be careful. Come on, Zavi, don't be such a stick in the mud. That's Demarius' job.
Of all the books that I've come across, there are these ones that have a lot of pictures in them. And there's this group of heroes. They call them the Y-Men. Okay, now the Y-Men have this character who can teleport from one area to another, but he doesn't just go from poof poof instantly. He actually has to travel through another dimension to get there. And it's a dimension that's like very dangerous. Normally it's so quickly that he goes that nothing could take him, but if he slows down enough, he could actually die on the way. Shadow walking is like that, except it's always slow on our end.
She gets you by the face, but Zavid will get there so much quicker, so much easier, and it's worth a chance. And you might see your people.
With my fleet step still active, I'm just gonna like move like super quickly, almost like a squid that does this, you know, in the water, just jettison away.
Oh, guys, you made me ink.
No, I'm not doing that. But I just like kind of like, listen. Fine, let's just go. I don't have any energy to argue this any longer.
Would you like to heal first?
Yes.
Yeah.
I twould.
I
You
will
got your
lay on
hands. You've
I will
got
lay on
your...
hands.
Okay.
Zavid.
All right. Yeah, you got lay on hands. You've got like medicine checks, that kind of stuff. While you guys do that, I'm gonna run the bathroom really fast. It'll be like 30 seconds.
Zavid, take back.
Yeah. Generally, yes. The shadow walk is like, it works. I'm not trying to say it doesn't work. It works for a reason. However, there's a chance to run into enemies. It's not the people I'm worried about. It's demons. It's undead like liches and shit. You know, things that are like super powerful, that are rare here, that are very common there. We could run into stuff like that, which would not be fun. If things go well, we won't. But I need to clarify. We're not going to it's the border realm. Do you understand? It's almost like
I'm back.
it's almost like a warping of this space by going through another space, but you're not going like right into it. It's like, okay, think about it like this. Here's us. This is our world. It's this like layer, okay? And then you've got Charlie the unicorn or whoever, Chuck. He's from Steven, yes. He's from the layer above this layer, right? And then that's the Feywild, right? Now, if you look at the Feywild, from a distance, it's very different, but there are little areas that look very similar to spots on this world, right? Those are the spots that the two layers kind of almost touch, where you could accidentally even go from one layer to the other without even realizing it. Very similarly, there is another layer below that is the Shadow Realm. Same situation, except it's like not colorful and fun, it's like dull and upsetting. So, the Shadow Realm, typically when you go to it, you're just in a new world. With Shadow Walking, it's almost like you're going between the two. You're not really going into the Shadow Realm per se. It's like touching the surface of it. And by doing that, you're using the Shadow Realm's sort of distances instead of the Material Realm, and then popping right back into the Material Realm. So you're covering a lot more distance in a lot shorter of time because you're kind of doing a little weird. It's hard to explain with my hands.
It's a fascinating spell. Maybe I'm
Yes.
interested in that.
Oh, I can teach you sometime.
Perhaps. Before you go,
Khan, I have something for you. Jophiel the gnome walks up to Khan, and she hands you a small sack that I'm going to drop in your inventory here in just a second. Inventory. It's called Gift from Jophiel. It's got, and it's just this big sack that she hands you. It's quite heavy. She says, "It has been quite some quite some time since I've been able to converse with someone at your level. I appreciate it. It has been stimulating." And give me a perception check, everyone in the tower.
Sure. Also, for my first thought when she gave that to Khan was like, it's a bomb. She's setting us up. Oh, tower. Whoops, sorry. Well.
That's all good. That's all good. And just Demirius as well. Actually, Demirius is the only one who notices this. When you had last spoken to Jophiel, you'd all seen a strip of her hair go white right in front of your eyes. It has since turned back to black.
Aww.
So, Khan, in the bag there are 5 potions, but most importantly, at the very bottom, there's a very large book. It's it's called. You look at the front, and it looks like a thick tome, like a textbook, and the title is Examinations of Catalytic Hydrogenation in Enantiomerically Pure Stereospecific Reductions by Jophiel. This massive, dense tome is barely legible, even to well-trained alchemists. If the stories are to be believed, Jophiel frequently gives lectures on alchemical theory to empty lecture halls, as no one within 1,000 miles can understand them. If you open the front of the book, a handwritten note on the front page in beautifully calligraphed Isoki says, "Khan, my discovery of the cure to Blood Veil saved Corvosa. May your discovery of Blood Echo save Galerian. Jophiel." And within is the recipe for 5 different new alchemical potions you did not have before. The first being, and each of them, except one, she's given you 1 each of 4 of them and 2 of 1, but 1 she did not give you. You now have the recipe for Winter Step Elixir, which she gave you 1 of. This frigid white elixir widens your feet and lightens your step, enabling you to walk across ice and snow without difficulty. You ignore the uneven ground and difficult terrain caused by ice and difficult terrain caused by snow. Duration's 10 minutes. And you know how to, so she gave you 1, and now you have the recipe. Next thing she gave you is a greater searing suture, which is probably more up Savid's alley. It's a black powder-infused alchemical bandage that cauterizes wounds. You apply a searing suture to someone, and you activate it. The target takes 1d6 fire damage, but they can immediately attempt a DC5 flat check to remove any persistent bleed damage. So it's a way to get rid of bleed damage.
I look immediately at Demirius like...
And she gave you 1 of those. Then she gave you the recipe for Elixir of Life Moderate. Those are 5d6 plus 12 hit points, and then a bonus to saving throws against disease is +2 for 10 minutes. So you got 1 of those and the recipe. Then you got 2 of these moderate healing potions, which are 3d8 plus 10 for hit points. And the last thing you got the recipe for, but she did not give you, is abyssium powder, which is a very rare poison that made from abyssium, which is essentially like a radioactive star metal. So it's very rare and difficult to get. But if you can get some abyssium, you can make this poison. And yes, Demirius, yes, you are correct. They are working on that still.
Mm-hmm.
As Khan is just like flipping through the books and like reading all the recipes, and Jophiel's just expert notes, even with the messy handwriting, like tears are kind of welling up in her eyes, and a few of them just like hit the pages.
Be careful, the ink is probably not water soluble.
Oh, good point. Close the book.
Please come back to Corvosa at any time. I would love to give more lessons and learn from you.
I like hold out my arms in kind of a hug me gesture?
She looks confused for just a moment, but then almost like her body doesn't know how to do it, she kind of raises her arms up and like moves forward and allows for a hug. Yes, it's very easy. She's a gnome and not very strong even by gnome standards. So you pop her in and she goes, and it's one of those where it's like scary at first, but then she relaxes into it for a moment.
That's a new for her. Hopefully that'll make some more black hairs return,
Yeah.
you know?
No, we don't. She doesn't like hugs. I've tried. That's a rarity.
I'm a hug Lumpy.
That's probably true. I'm stronger than I look, and I'm stronger than I think, which I don't think too often. So
I'm going to hug Lumpy and Ketu and everybody.
All right.
we'll really miss you, Danny.
It's great to meet you. Come on back to the garden, the greenhouse anytime. I'll cook you all some more pancakes.
Stop putting so much butter in the pancakes.
Not on your life.
Are we ready?
Did you guys heal?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna soothe Reese.
Okay, great. So throw that in the chat or whatever, or make it, and I can fix the
Yeah, let me.
hit points. Okay, who's the lay on hands for? Holy crap! So
I
that
laid on hands.
So I'll just kind of point to Reese and be like, "Great job out there," and then.
Nice. So between that and the lay on hands from Demirius, that would fully heal Reese if you wanted to give that to Reese. And then Danny, you have one you can lay on hands of Zavid. Okay.
I'm gonna
How much is that? 32?
Yep.
Okay, so that's
32.
23. There you go. Now Demirius is the most hurt. Do you want to like bandage and stuff without casting spells? All right. Anyone who is expert or greater at medicine can do like a called shot. Essentially, you can do a DC 20 medicine check, and you get more healing if you do that. But you have to be expert at medicine.
trained.
Okay.
Am I?
You might be. I think you
I'm
might be.
trained.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
trained. Okay,
I'm
okay.
only trained.
So yeah, then anyone who wants to use medicine checks, the DC is 15, and it's 2d8 plus 10, I think.
On Demirius?
Anyone who wants to try and like do a medicine check.
I pull out my tools. Let's do some risky surgery.
Nice. So Danny, who did you medicine? Both of
I-
those are successes.
Whoever wants, I can do that to Demarius.
All right, so roll 2d8 plus 10, Danny. And Demirius, roll the same thing for whoever you're healing up. 2d8 plus 10.
So take 14 points back, Demarius. Mm-hmm.
Zavid could use it, Khan could use it, Danny's fine,
I think
Reese
Khan's
is
probably fine.
Okay. Demirius and Zavid need it most. You guys took a beating in that fight.
Demirius, I'm gonna
Nice.
ask you to lay down after you're done with like your healing. Listen, the more you relax, the easier it's going to be.
That sounds creepy, Savi.
Now let's see. It seems like you've got some hemorrhaging here, probably some bruised ribs. This looks broken. We're gonna have to set that. And then slice you over for 8. And then I get a +2 circumstance bonus on my medicine check to treat wounds, and that also means that it's going to have a higher chance of succeeding. Where's medicine? There it is. Oh wait, I gotta actually add the +2. So I want to give me a +1 on this check. Is that a thing?
Yeah, anyone could.
Guidance.
You could do guidance and you can assist.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay, so roll the medicine. You're looking for a DC 20, and then so you get the +1 from guidance, and if Khan can hit a 20 here,
Yay!
22. Yep. So you get your +4, I guess. +4 all day.
All right, +4 medicine check. All I have to do is get a success, and it's a crit success.
Nice. You just need a 15. Oh, That's definitely a critical. Yeah.
All right, and that means that you are going to get. Let's see.
48 plus 20, so
So
38.
you've healed. So
That was
I dealt a
precisely it.
lot with the slash, but that's back, and then 10.
So he gets. So he's just down to 8 wounds then. Man, that was awesome. Great. So everyone's except Khan is down to single-digit wounds. So.
But I'm fine. I've got a lot of hit points.
Okay.
Khan,
Huh?
lay down. I'm ready. And I like wash off the tools with like a lighter. I'm like cauterizing. I'm like, don't worry, it won't hurt that much. He was being a baby.
I mean, at least properly sanitize them. Oh my, Zavid! And she like starts pulling out chemicals. Like.
All right, fine. I'll take that. So, he'll do risky surgery. You only take 4.
Yeah, see, he was being a baby.
He was
Didn't
being
hurt
just
you
a
nearly
baby.
as much as it hurt Demirius.
Oops. And then let's see. We want.
And does anyone want to try to assist him, Danny
Sure.
or Demirius? Either of you can roll. If you hit a 20, he gets a 1, and if Danny guidances, he can get another 1. So Demirius does not aid. So
Sure.
you can have a.
I
Yeah, you
will
can
give
try.
him +1. Just what do you want me to roll? Just
Just
20?
roll medicine.
Okay, roll medicine.
If you hit 20, then he gets the extra 1.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, that's a crit. So you get a total of 3 plus 3 for the aid and the guidance. So Danny's really helping you out
Nice.
on con.
Hell yeah.
That'll do.
Perfect.
That's a crit.
That's still a crit because
Yep,
of
so
the risky
48.
surgery.
48 plus.
Another
20.
18. So
Another
that's
18.
14 net.
Yep, 14 net. So Con, you are perfectly at full health. Like it hurt
Yay.
like a bitch, but Zavid fixed you up.
Yeah, I'd like to say I had 14 wounds originally. I took 4 more from the actual knife, so it was 18. So you did perfectly heal me.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
you perfectly healed Con, which is wonderful.
I should
We ready?
start making flesh golems. I'm really good at this shit, you know?
That was incredible. I have healed many wounds, but I've never seen anything like that before.
And as you can see, and Jofield's been watching you do this whole time, just studying your form. And anyone who's watching her, you can see another strand of her hair slowly turning black as she's watching Zavid work, because she's studying it and learning your technique.
Aw. Aw.
The key is you just got to not like worry about them as like, oh, it hurts, you know. Pretend like you're just stitching up like a doll or something, and then it becomes easy. You have a more steady hand that way.
Fascinating.
Just put bedside matter out the window. You don't need it. It's a waste
Emotional
of time.
detachment is quite easy, I would say.
I feel like doctors would say otherwise, David, but
For physical wounds, you don't need it. For like more mental stuff, I get it. Like the brain doctors and whatever. But at that point, I think we're ready to go. Yeah.
Well,
ready for some shadow walking?
be safe on your adventures. Please don't ever hesitate to drop us a line or come to Corvosa. All of you are more than welcome at the greenhouse anytime.
Will do. And hey, all of you, especially you, pointing at Jophiel, you need a vacation. Hit up the Feywild. Go on a roller coaster. I've heard that they're good. I've never been on one, but you know, live it up a bit.
I think you might be right. You've been right about everything else so far. Why would I question any of you at this point? Perhaps I will. Thank you. Thank you, Luxatumbra.
We're
Yeah,
trying
that'll
to
be really
op-
exciting.
We're trying to be optimistic. Demirius, that's why I brought extra drugs. She's
Don't
gonna
let
hug-
him have too much fun.
She'll hug everybody, and then she's gonna start the spell if everyone's fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wonderful.
Look at this.
And
So
shadow walk.
has this map loaded for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want everyone to just get in a sense of what's going on here. Look, you see where it says Shining Kingdoms over to the right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to the left of that is Druma. Okay, that's where you've spent most of your times. Right around where it says Five Kings Mountains, that's roughly where Shadow Valley is. So you've spent most of your time right around in there. Now, Corvosa, if you go northwest to where it says Mind Spin Mountains, see that? Do you see the little like lake just under the M in Mind Spin? Corvosa sits right there. That's where Corvosa is. So that's where you're at right now.
Oh,
Now, do
okay.
you see the red border that kind of goes north and east from there?
Yes.
Now it comes into a tri-point right here, and then there's a border that comes from the north. It's like three borders all intersecting at the same point. You remember hearing from Dirge that Fogton lies right at the tri-border of Varesia, Old Cheliax, and the hold of Belkson. So you know that you basically just need to follow that red line the whole way. Now, if you would do me a favor and zoom back out to see the whole thing again.
I have a question,
Yeah.
by the way.
Hmm.
I only know of 2 official Pathfinder adventure paths. One has to do with like pirates down in the shackles, way down by the Mwangi Expanse, which is like
Sure.
too far away. And the other is the most famous, Rise of the Rune Lords in Varesia. Has the Rune Lords been a thing in like history? Like, do people know
yeah.
about that? Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing
Okay.
people know about for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. So, Danny, you start to cast this spell, and I'm curious what it looks like when you cast it, like specifically when Danny casts this spell.
When
What do they see from you?
So I would imagine she starts getting out her like little pouch and start getting stuff together. We're gonna say maybe it looks like a teleportation circle kind of in a way. Like she's making runes and doing. And she's also speaking in Shadow Tongue, which would be the only person that could understand it would be Savid at this point. And she would just be chanting as she goes around. And I'd like to think that the shadows kind of start to seep out of the runes and kind of like open up a gate in a way.
Okay. Everything starts to swirl around you. It gets really dark. Zavid, you've seen the spell cast before. You've never cast it, but you've seen it. It looks very familiar, weirdly familiar to see it coming out of Danny. She's casting this with such ease and familiarity. And do all of you still have that map up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So as she says, this gate appears out of midair. No, it's just right in front of you. Beyond it, you see this swirling mass of shadow and energy. And do you walk through?
Straightforward.
I hold on to my holy symbol. I'm like, please don't fuck us over. And then I'm gonna go in.
And I have Aries and Arwen.
Yeah, we'll say they came with the gardeners because they brought them from the greenhouse. So you have your animals. Demirius and Khan?
Yep.
Wipe the tears away.
And Khan?
Just like tap the recipe book a few times nervously with her claws. Maybe just nibble on the corner a little bit and walk on in.
As you do so, everything around you gets crazy. You see the air around you, shadowy, flowing. You can barely make out anything in front of you. Just the flowing time feels to mean nothing. Everything around you means nothing. Time and space are the same thing, and they're different simultaneously. But you're still able to walk forward. You're still able to retain. You know you have to go northwest, this direction. You're not even on a road so much as just walking through shadows and just air, and there's just so much around you that you don't understand. And
do I see? Can I make sense of it with my vision? Because I can also, as an action, have greater dark vision. If it's magical, I can see through it.
Absolutely, you can do that. Go for it. So,
Yeah.
how does that work specifically?
Well, it's the same as dark vision. It's just if it's a magical source, I can pierce through that with my racial feat. So, I should be able to see through most any darkness.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely as you kind of gain your bearings, you're sort of realizing that you see mountains around you. You're on a dirt road. It's swirling, but you have enough experience with living on the shadow plane and communing with Cabriri, being in this darkness, this shadowy environment constantly, that you're starting to make out shapes. You're sort of able to see where you're going somewhat. So you're able to kind of take the lead for everybody while Danny is sort of chanting and keeping the spell up. So
I also imagine that, like, I'm looking at my body proportions in this moment, and I feel like a normal human now, and I'm looking at them, and they're all kind of like wonky and weird.
yeah,
as
they're
like,
all noodly.
Yeah.
So as this is happening, you come, and we'll say that you had the horses that the gardeners brought for you, a horse and a wagon, and you're going through on this covered wagon, but suddenly, Zavid, you realize you need to stop because there's something blocking your path.
I like that it's still a question mark. Oh.
Oh, it'll load in a second. It shouldn't take too long. Did that load?
Yeah, I loaded.
All right, fantastic. So you realize that, why did it not? Hang on. There should be a tree felled in the road. It should be under that. Sorry. I thought I had that already. There we go.
No
There's a large tree in the road that is blocking your path. So you kind of need to. Whoa.
I have Antihall up. I'm gonna pop off and be like,
That's true,
1 minute, and you hear my voice sort of like, almost like it has this sort of reverse echo type of situation where like, or reverse reverb where I'll take care of it, like that sort of weird ghost type sound. And then I'm gonna like kind of lift up the trunk and then just kind of walk it over. Or yeah, like that way, whatever way works.
Yeah.
Basically, like not lift the whole thing, but lift one end and then just kind of move it.
Beautiful. So as you're doing that, please give me a perception check. Zavid, you can have a +1 because you're used to this kind of warpy area. Like you're kind of used to this.
Everybody?
Okay.
Yep, everybody. Perception in the tower, please.
Ugh,
Yes.
I want to fail this. Oh, tower, fuck. Damn it. I got really high.
That's okay. Zavid, you're the one that notices it. You
Cool.
hear a rustling in the trees just to your northwest as something jumps out and leaps at you and attacks you. Please roll initiative.
I fucking hate this. Also, I think we're kind of coming to the end of...
Yep, we can stop here
Okay,
once initiative's
okay.
rolled.
Cool. I'm definitely not stealthing, so that's a perception initiative.
Yep.
All of us?
Everybody.
Everybody in the club.
All right, I
Initiative.
think that's... Oh, and then Reese gets one as well. Reese, not stealthing. In perception initiative. Bang. All right. So I think, yes, this is probably where we're going to stop today. But before we do, I want to just describe what jumps out at you. From the trees, you see this creature. That's Zavid. I'm not going to make you roll to know what it is, because you've seen these at the compound when you were a child. The rest of you see a hideous, green-skinned undead creature with long teeth and claws and pointed ears, cloven hooves instead of feet. Zavid, you recognize this as a Lenghoul. One of the... give me a religion check in the tower, please.
I think I know. I think no matter what I roll, I'm probably gonna know something. But from what I recall, the Lenghouls. Here, let me roll the religion real quick. The Lenghouls are not Cabriri's ghouls. They're the other ghouls.
You are very correct. These are not Cabriri's ghouls. They are Nyarlathotep's ghouls. These reside within the dimension of Leng, and they are indeed the servants of your master's enemy. So you are now being accosted by them, but that is where we're going to stop for this week. Glad everyone could join us. Had a great time. Hope you'll come by next week, see where this goes from here. And yeah. Thanks so much, everyone. Does everyone have anything to plug this week?
Nope, just come by and see us on Wednesday because we have stuff going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Zavid is going to have a funeral service after he dies in this battle. Please be here for that. But yeah, nothing.
Oh, you'll be fine. What's another goal?
Yep, we'll see you in a week, everybody.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks
Bye.
so much.